and then...
Okay, I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, thumbs up.
Audible thumbs up.
And I'm not going to tell you when I start recording, because I started recording like 10 seconds ago.
Nice.
Thanks, Chuck.
You're welcome, Paul.
Jesus. Okay.
Or just call me Chuck. Not Jesus.
I'm going to I'm going to swing you by your beard into traffic.
Oh no!
And I will use my Adonis
corpulent
spell.
flesh to absorb the impact.
Yes.
Hey, Paul, why don't you
Corpulent
take us
flesh.
on a trip through time?
Last time...
Previously on...
What?
Take us on a trip through time.
Previously
that
on
we
the
may know-
Blackheart
Okay,
King.
all of us need to shut the fuck up.
All right.
Previously on the Blackheart King.
Nice.
There we go.
The party, which is Rurik Fireforge,
Oh.
who has managed to pierce the veil and through time. Simon Skydriller,
I'm a bird.
who
That's
is
not
a
his
bird,
voice.
who is a bird and also has a throat cold, and Amadonus, the vagary.
I am an enigma wrapped in riddle.
He's bullshit wrapped in uncertainty about what he should write for his backstory is what he is.
Maybe his backstory is that he has no idea who he is. And
His
he's trying to
backstory
find-
is that he has a very
My
acute case
backstory
of
is
amnesia.
mysterious, and
It's so
you guys will all
mysterious,
find
I'm
out.
not allowed to know it. Welcome to the Blackheart King!
There we go.
These intros are going to be our new, like, signature thing where we have no idea when we're starting.
Hey Gus, can you do me a favor and lean closer to the mic? You were leaning as far away
you
from
mean
the mic
Rurik?
as you possibly can.
We're not doing that. Don't do
We're
that.
not doing what?
We're not doing in-character names, because
Oh, come
otherwise
on.
you guys would be calling me God.
Hey
And
God,
while I
how's it
will
going?
reach that point eventually,
I'm sure you
I have
think
not
you will.
integrated into reality yet.
Okay.
I'm going to
Reality.
Okay, but Gus, seriously, you should
I'm going
try
to
lean
interweave.
closer to the mic.
interweave my consciousness
Okay,
into
I'm
the
ready.
fabric of reality eventually,
Kiss the mic.
Alright, let's get a recap.
and then I'll be God.
Okay, so previously on the Blackheart King.
Previously on the Blackheart King.
The Blackheart King.
None of this is usable.
It's
It's all going on. I don't edit.
He does not edit anything.
Oh my God! Can we keep this rolling?
Layer 7.
Somebody's getting impatient.
Yeah.
All right, let's
He
go.
pointed at Ray. Anyway, Blackheart King, last time, the gang, the Scooby Gang or whatever, gathered in the mine. They were going to
I'm
work.
Shaggy.
You are pretty shaggy.
I want to be Shaggy.
You can be Fred or whatever.
I'll be Daphne.
Velma. You're definitely Daphne.
Okay, Jesus Christ.
I need you to be Fred because I'm Velma. I have glasses.
So does Ray.
Yeah, but he's much more of a Daphne than I am.
It's true. I'm wearing a scarf.
I thought you fell over
stylish.
for a second, Gus. Why?
Gus, what are you doing?
This is an auditory nightmare.
I too have glasses.
Okay, great.
So previously,
Previously on, they gathered in the mine. They were just going to work. An explosion caved in the cave. They had to go through some bullshit I made to get out of the mine, but it didn't really matter in the end because a bunch of soldiers from this evil place were there, and they all got brutally murdered. Rurik cut a guy off at the knees. Simon evaporated a baby slime and a man's face.
it's true.
Amadonus just kind of watched.
Hey,
You didn't have any, like, standout moments.
I contributed gravitas.
He took the book and put it in his leather.
That's right. I have the book
He
in my
has,
leather.
actually, yes. Amadonus has
I hate
a mysterious,
everything about that
confusing
sentence.
book stuck into his armpit pocket, which he
Right.
apparently made due to some sort of
My leather armor.
drug running ring.
Yeah.
What?
You
Oh.
And the book is so mysterious that it clouds my background and history.
No, it doesn't. You didn't have it before, and
It erases your past. from
that's
this
not
movie.
how that book
It
works.
erases my past.
It retroactively makes you nothing.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Amadonus is Latin for retcon.
that was good. That was good. I have to admit that. Rurik lost an axe blade.
Yeah. that was
Simon
pretty
gained an assortment of oddly
Objects.
fetish of various fetish
good.
objects.
Just gonna leave it at objects.
Okay.
The Vorbag and the Floozy-Ooze. I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep track of your inventory through these intros and outros.
Floozy-Ooze?
Also,
Okay.
The Floozy-Ooze.
also, I have an oil painting of our
You
previous
have a
employer.
small oil painting of Fresno Rob, the annoying voiced
don't
freak
use
man.
His voice. Don't use his
Yeah,
voice.
please.
Is what? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Fresno Rob is dead forever.
Turns out his
just
painting
for the
is
record,
haunted.
it was reported to be by one of our listeners that when you did that voice, they turned it off. So
Well,
don't use that voice.
they can eat my ass.
Wow.
I'll let your
So-
mother know that that's what you said.
Well, great. Thanks for leading me into a bait and switch, Chuck.
That's
Hey,
okay.
this
She
per-
won't listen to this either.
Hey, this person said a dickhole thing to you. Oh, yeah, really? Yeah, it was your grandmother.
Boy, howdy, I sure do love how productive this opening has been.
Shut up, you're
So
contributing.
give us some background on the overall story of, is it Parik, the
Parik?
town that we're in?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, it used to be a
For
very...
new listeners who might
Okay.
just be tuning in.
They are in the dying town of Parik, which used to be a very profitable, I guess.
Okay.
Just generally
Prosperous.
prosperous. Yeah, that's the word. Prosperous mining town due to a massive war that was going on that needed a lot of iron and steel. But when the war ended and they no longer had people coming in to trade or really any country that actually claimed the land as their own, Parik started to lose any semblance of wealth. Lots of people left, the people who couldn't stayed, and it's just in general fucked. And these three weirdos ended up here in Garbage Town,
And we're a team.
Yeah, we're a team.
I guess. So, would you like to start the adventure?
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're starting on the inside of the mine.
No, you're starting leaving the mine.
So,
Okay, we're actually leaving the mine.
There
Okay.
was like fireballs going everywhere. And
There was
stuff.
okay.
Real quick,
We killed all the soldiers.
Charles, would you mind telling us how long that opening took?
Just 6 minutes. The last one was 2.5 hours long, dude.
Yeah, but it didn't take us 6 minutes to get into the actual thing.
Oh.
Okay, let's just keep going. Let's keep going.
It's goofs.
All right, we're coming out of the
It's having a
mine.
gap.
Okay.
Coming out of that.
As you step
Earthhole.
out,
So gameplay begins.
I'm glaring at Ray.
He is.
All right.
As you step out of the mine, the light taking a moment for you to adjust to it, you see three more. Are you miming doing that?
Yes.
He's
Gus
getting
is-
into character. Just
Okay,
go.
I thought you
Gus
were
is
raising
doing
your
some-
hand to ask a question.
No, I was going like blocking the sun out of my
Okay.
Okay.
As you walk out, you see three more figures wearing the uniforms in the color of the Casimiran army. There's one person holding a bow who's taking pot shots at nearby trees to make smiley faces with her arrows.
Oh, jeez.
One man who's leaning on a very large shield and holding a much larger longsword than the man you killed in the mine. And a third being a kind of chubby looking elf.
Wait, so I just want to make this sure. His longsword is longer than
It's
the
large.
last
It's wider.
guy's-
It's wider than the last guy, and it looks a lot
It's like
heavier.
a claymore.
So it is
It's-
larger
yeah.
than his person.
No, what?
No, I mean like the last guy. It's larger than him.
No, it's
It was
not.
larger than his
I-
sword.
Okay.
He has a bigger
larger than
sword.
his sword.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you remember the
I just
guy
wanted
that
to make
you-
sure.
He's the guy whose
I was
face
just-
you destroyed.
I was clarifying for
So-
my own.
We already have a
imagination.
cleric.
There's two humans and an elf.
Yeah. And the elf wizard is.
I don't see why race matters.
Well, he's a wizard. Well, it matters because he has elf ears.
All right.
The elf wizard is just sort of watching them do this, and he suddenly turns when he hears you guys walking out, and kind of like tilts his head a little in confusion and comes up with a voice for himself. Who are you?
Well, before you start shooting fireballs at us, we have a very good explanation for what happened. Yeah, I'm sure if all three of you went down there at the same time and checked it out,
The
you'd
soldiers are
understand.
not paying any attention to you guys. They're still just fucking around.
Oh, well, I tell that guy.
He looks at all of you for a moment, and then... Are you the people who killed all the soldiers?
What? No, that's crazy.
Then who did?
That wasn't me.
Wasn't that you that threw the fireball at the guy?
I've never melted anything in my life.
And I do not have anything in my leather secret pocket.
Okay, well, I didn't think you had one of those. I didn't think you would have needed to melt anything. And I forgot what you said, tiny man. So, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that, yes, you all participated in that slaughter down there. And
Okay.
I have to say, congratulations for killing a bunch of trash.
Nice. So
I knew
are
that
we-
Eric was no good.
Are we-
I always
Who?
said it to myself.
Yeah. Are we cool? Are we cool? You're not.
Oh,
gonna-
hell no, I'm going to kill all of you.
Oh, all right. That's a shame.
But I do like to learn people's names first.
Oh, hi.
It makes it all more personal, you know?
I extend my bird hand out to him.
He's standing like 6 feet away from all of you.
Well, I
That
have
feels
a really long
of
wingspan.
I have a
6 feet.
10-foot wingspan.
He nudges your hand away from him with his like staff, like no need.
Okay. Cool. Are we in combat right now?
No, you're not. He's not attacking. He's still
Okay.
talking, and
Alright.
the two soldiers are just fucking around.
So I say,
So you're from the Casmiran army?
Wow, what happened to your voice there?
no.
I am from Kazmira, yes.
Okay, I always get confused between the old one and the new one.
I mean, some people still do. I heard people talking about us and saying, "Oh no, Mesolite's back," but we don't have the Mesolite stuff, so.
So you're from the Casmiran army, eh? That would
Yes.
mean I'm sure you could just let us walk out and
No,
nothing could
no,
happen.
no. No, you killed a bunch of people.
Well,
they were
to be
trash,
fair-
but they were still people. I
It-
heard that guy screaming.
It was self-defense. Now, granted, they weren't attacking us at the time, but they were about to.
Yes, they
I
were.
can guarantee.
They were stabbing our companions back there.
Yeah, but they
Who?
weren't fighting us.
Our companions, Beta and
Fennel.
Fennel.
Okay. I don't know who those people are. I don't know who you people are. And I'm just considering killing you now. And as he says this, he starts to raise his staff, but then I need you guys to all make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, that's weak.
What do I do?
That's a
roll a
nat
D20.
20.
A D20.
Okay.
God damn.
Well, I'm going to wait for everybody else. You got a nat 20 on that.
I got a 20, not natural, 19 plus 1.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with this. This is a perception check.
Yes.
I have a 1.
Okay.
That one.
He's
Plus-
temporarily gone blind.
You don't get any pluses for a 1.
Yeah, one you just
All right,
lose
so
automatically.
I'm innocuous.
Okay, so
One of his eyes falls.
Simon and Rurik. Your head explodes. Simon and Rurik, you notice something hanging on a tree branch far above you to the left. But the moment you try to focus on it, the figure, and it, in the moments that it took for it to disappear, you could tell that it was a humanoid, just is gone.
How big did it seem?
Human, like
Regular human?
regular human.
Not 18 feet tall?
It's not one of the shadow monster things.
One of? Oh no.
That wasn't a unique beast.
Okay.
Anyway, so this thing this person thing, whatever it is, just disappears, and then Baxter's. I gave away his name.
You already told us his name in the
I
last
did?
session.
You're
Yeah.
like,
Bastards.
Oh yeah, Baxter. I
Yeah.
forgot I told you that as Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Baxter, who you all suddenly make the connection, except for you assume that his name is Chuck. It's a weird connection, and you don't know where that name came from, but it's gonna stick with you.
It's a strange flash of a memory.
Baxter
Another
suddenly
world.
stiffens up, and and it seems like he's listening for something, and then he lowers his staff and smiles at all of you, and just says, "Well, I think this can wait." And then he claps twice. I'm gonna do that.
Nice.
And the two soldiers who have been fucking around this entire time, they have not looked at you guys at all, turn and kind of shrug at him like, what? Kill these people, will you? And then he teleports away in a poof of smoke.
Nice.
So now these two turn and start walking towards you, and the woman knocks an arrow into her bow, pulls the string back, and the man just smashes his sword, like the side of his sword, against the shield to make a very loud and very scary noise.
I hold up I go,
Well, now let's not be hasty, friends.
Why shouldn't we?
I'm sure we can come to some sort of agreement.
Haste is like my favorite buff, my man.
I'm gonna cast Magic Missile.
No.
You don't need to fight them yet. They haven't attacked. They're just...
But
What if he wants to be aggressive? He is a Birdman.
I mean, it's true. I'm very territorial.
They're level 5.
Okay, maybe not then. Maybe I'm not so territorial.
perhaps we can come up with some sort of, we can walk away and you can just forget, eh?
No, I don't think we're going to do that.
You know, I hear the woods here are pretty not fun. There's no guarantee that if we were to just wander in there, we wouldn't die anyways. Maybe
While
we could
that
just...
would be hilarious to watch, I'm not a supervillain, and I'm not going to put you in a death trap that you can get out of. Yeah, we're more interested in getting the job done and getting paid.
Which voice is which?
The deep voice is the guy with the sword, and the higher voice is the woman
Okay.
with the bow.
All right.
Okay.
So I
Well,
Unless you want to bribe us.
how
Listen, we don't give a shit about most of this.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on the dude. Which
You
Okay.
have charm person?
yeah, it's a level 1 spell.
That's pretty strong.
I mean, it's a first level enchantment spell.
And it also won't let him, just tell him to just cut the girl's head off.
Yeah,
I know.
they
I
just-
know how
he just likes
charming
me.
works. I'm a DM.
Yeah, alright. So it must make a wisdom saving throw and does so with advantage. If you or your companions are fighting it, if it fails the saving throw.
Okay, he has a saving throw advantage?
No,
No, it doesn't
We're not
have-
fighting yet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So,
So you make a wisdom saving throw.
okay.
So the guy makes a wisdom saving throw.
So yeah,
Well, shit, I made 2 because you said the advantage thing.
it without advantage.
17.
Cool. So would that be like contesting wisdom? Or...
No, it's your spell save. So look on your spell sheet.
Alrighty then. Okay. Yep. He breaks. He doesn't. He is not charmed. My spell save is 12.
He kind of narrows his eyes at you and just says, I felt that.
I mean, I just wanted to be friends.
No.
That's not something friends do to friends. That's something thieves do to people.
No, I'm sure. How much is your price?
I don't know.
Let's say 20 gold each.
They look at each other for a moment, considering, and then the guy says, fine, but you have to dance. No, you don't have to actually dance. Roll a performance check to see if they're satisfied with your dance.
Performance. Oh.
What about a song?
Nope.
No.
17.
Okay. You take 40 gold out of your pouch or wherever you keep it.
Start tossing it.
You don't.
You make it rain.
You stack 20 gold in one hand and 20 gold in the other, and you start sort of twirling around and doing a surprisingly graceful dance. You trip a few times, you repeat a few motions, but all in all, it's a pretty good dance.
Very entertaining.
And at the end, the lady just unknocks her bow, puts the arrow back in her quiver, and the guy just sort of claps. He sheathes his sword on his back and then claps. Yeah, that was good enough.
I'll give a polite golf clap.
And then I hand him the golden.
All
They
right.
both take their gold, and then...
Did you used to be in the
Something army.
Mezzaline.
Mesolite army?
My man, I'm not 50.
Oh.
Okay, listen, I'm gonna explain some stuff to you because you don't seem to know anything about what's going on. We're from the outskirts of Kazmira. We just joined the army because it paid well. I mean, it didn't pay well enough for us not to get bribed by 20 gold and a silly little dance from a dwarf, but you know the deal. And the woman laughs a bit and then pockets her gold and leans on her bow, which is pretty large now that you can actually see it. It's surprising that she can draw it back. Yeah, so we just wanted the money. Do you know why most of these guys are willing to die for this cause?
No, why?
How long ago was
The Great War?
Yeah.
It was about 10 years.
So 10 years ago it disbanded,
Mesolite.
Mesolite. I keep
Yeah.
mixing up.
Yeah,
with
it's
something
fine,
else.
it's fine.
Wait, who did the Mesolites fight?
They fought everybody.
They were a huge empire.
They were a not empire. It was a massive, conquering army.
So Mezzalite was just like Rome.
Sort of, but if Rome Fantasy Rome had modern weapons for the time and fought the fantasy allies
Okay.
from World War II.
Yeah.
Wait,
And they've disbanded.
Alright.
And the Casimir.
No, the Senatus still exists. Mesolite doesn't. And the area that was Mesolite became Casimir.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Oh, you wouldn't know, dear. You've never been a patriot before, I guess.
I'm as patriotic as somebody wants me to be if they have the gold.
That's not exactly what I would define as patriotic, but to each his own, I guess.
Okay. You're a bird.
Good luck in your
point.
future endeavors.
No,
get
I
out
want
of
to
here.
explain this because you guys seem to think that these people can be reasoned with beyond us. They really can't. If you just say the words Blackheart King in one of the Casmiran camps, you will get, 5 minutes of clapping and cheering. They love the guy.
I'm gonna store that in my memory banks.
You won't actually. That's not going to be a...
Okay.
and out,
I'm going to write it in my book in my leather pocket.
You
mean the book
can't,
that's already
because you
built?
don't have a writing tool on you that... Okay, actually, never mind. You do have a writing tool, probably. Sure. But all of the pages are taken up.
I'll
Yeah.
write the margins.
I mean,
Can I roll
all...
a dice to see if I can
No,
write the
we
margins?
don't. There's no writing
Roll
check.
to margins.
If there was a writing check and you got a 1, you just destroy the book.
Yeah, let's maybe not risk that.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's not risk that. Because the book's going to be really important. That's why I'm here.
Probably.
Carrying the
Yeah.
book.
you're the torch carrier.
The book
The
carrier.
book carrier. Speaking of which, how many gold pieces did we each of us have?
You
we
should
all
have that on your character
I
should
sheet.
all
had
have-
55,
We should all have.
and
had
then I gave it
85.
all away,
We should all have 85.
except for 15
Yeah,
of it.
we all should have had 85.
Right. And then
Well,
you
I
just gave away
85.
20.
You gave... Okay,
No, I
you now
gave
have
them
45.
out of all my pocket, because you're like you have 15 gold plus your starting or whatever.
No, I said you have 45 gold.
Just
Gus's eyes just
Wait, like when
went
we started?
wide.
Yeah, you all had 45 gold
45.
in addition to what you usually have.
Then I
Oh, and
guess
then
I
we
started-
gained some last time, too. right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're at 85 gold now.
And you just gave away 20.
You're
I gave
at
away 40.
you're at 45 gold.
20.
Okay, I'm back where I started. Hey,
I guess.
That's okay.
You thought it was more, but it isn't.
We'll loan you some at a very attractive interest rate.
Okay, so if these guys are as hardcore as you say they are, what would you suggest we do to, maybe not get slaughtered as soon as they see us? Okay.
Listen,
Helpful.
I'm not your friend, buddy.
These three, oh, so
I'm
these
not-
three
I'm
that we
not your
just saw
buddy,
did not slaughter
pal.
us, right?
What?
We're not slaughtered by these 3 people we just saw.
Well, the reason you aren't slaughtered is because Baxter decided to leave for seemingly no reason.
He's the one that evaporated
He's the-
in the thin air.
He's the guy who teleported. And these two are just kind of greedy.
So are they magic? How's the teleportation work?
A wizard, who is Baxter, the wizard elf, who
he's
has
the wizard.
magic and is a wizard, used his wizard
So
magic
that's
to
why I wanted to be a
teleport
wizard.
away with his wizard abilities.
Because he's a wizard.
And an elf.
I didn't know that.
he's a what?
God damn it! Player 8!
Okay.
So,
Keep going. I'm going to get another drink.
alright.
Um,
So, you're going to be contributing as much to these conversations as you usually do.
I'm listening.
Okay.
I say,
Well,
Oh my god.
I know where I'm going now, since Parik's no good anymore.
I mean, you don't know that. I mean, it really isn't.
Is the
It's
town-
fucked. Your town's fucked.
is the
but
town on
you
fire?
had no idea yet. It isn't, as far as you can tell.
oh, I thought they were
There's
just,
no, giant plume
are-
of smoke like Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru's house.
Are there, soldiers all over the place, or is it just the two
There's
guys?
no soldiers near the mine.
Okay.
But you can hear fighting in the town.
So maybe we should go help out over there?
I can't tell you what to do.
Hey, guys, you maybe want to, help out the people that live here?
Oh,
I mean,
As you guys start discussing this, they just walk away. They got what they wanted. They made an old man dance for them and give them money.
I'm not
he's
that old.
middle-aged.
Not that old.
I'm only 175.
Yeah, God.
I'm a dwarf. That means that's 50 in dwarf years.
What's in human years?
Yeah.
How old do dwarfs get?
300.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I thought about this. Just side note, unrelated to what's happening right now. If I say a character looks 40 or 50 or 60 or 70 or whatever,
Equivalent to
I
their
mean,
years.
it's like
it's a ratio.
yeah, ratio 40 out of 100 life
Human years.
Like
points
human
used
years.
up.
Okay. So
Yeah, I kind of feel like we should maybe try to help these people.
Bah.
It
seems
they
like
just
that.
left. The two have just left.
no, but
Okay.
the people in town.
No,
Yeah.
I know, but they as you guys are discussing this, like maybe we should do something. They just turn and walk.
I get ready for a rustle. I can't
A
think
tussle?
of words. A tussle. That's
A
what I was thinking.
kerfuffle.
Yeah,
A Brosbin, a Gresbadon.
and I'm like,
Well, let's save these folks.
Okay.
All right.
and I start marching towards town.
Yeah, I also.
So
do that.
you guys heading to town?
Yeah,
Yes.
Who are we saving?
the people.
The town of Parik.
The people in town.
The people
I
in
have
town.
surprisingly low health.
From the Casimirian army.
Yeah.
I
You
have
have-
half of my health.
Okay, do you want to perhaps heal him on the way over?
Does he have any spell slots in?
Yes, I would like to heal someone. What do I do?
Okay.
He probably does because he didn't use any.
You haven't used any what?
Healing.
Hit points?
No. Jesus.
Hey, I've never played this before. I
I
have
know.
no idea what this is.
I know, I'm sorry. Just
I have spellcasting ability,
Cure wounds.
spell save, spell attack. What am I looking for?
a healing spell.
Cure
A
wounds would
spell.
probably
My
be-
spells
Do you not have
are
any spells written down?
they're right here.
Okay.
Magic missile, protection from evil and good, and thunderwave.
Oh, that's so helpful
Wait,
for
Fireball.
a cleric.
wait.
No, you
Guidance.
have. There's a list of things you can do in the.
Mage hand.
There's you would have, I believe. Let's see. The spell for cleric is you would probably have.
Okay, wait. Actually,
Cure
never
wounds.
mind all of this because I just realized something. As
Do you
you
have another friend that could be your cleric?
no, I just listen. As you're walking, you hear
Sorry,
something.
Chuck, you've been fired.
You hear very quiet whispers, and suddenly you all feel rejuvenated, as if you've just taken a short rest.
Whoa, the gods have
Not the
spoken.
gods.
At some point, right?
The gods that care about this stuff are all dead.
Yeah.
Whoever did this was not divided.
Oh, thanks.
I got back to full health.
All right,
Nice.
Where
So that's a Well, I mean, I was
under
at full
armor
health
class,
already.
so-
but you have your spell
No.
slots back.
Okay, so I have
nice.
because I remember last time I lost one and then I gained it back
Yeah.
because I rested or something.
So
See, I'm done with the program.
So you're all.
Trail mix?
Dude, you know it.
I start
You're all-
looking around. I'm a little spooked. What was that?
You don't see anything, but you hear very quiet jingling.
Trail mix. We're on a quest.
I don't
Chuck
like
is
it.
currently passing
Quest
a bag
mix.
of trail
I'll
mix.
get the raisins
Quest
and
mix.
chocolate chips.
Not to be confused with
It's
quest.
fantasy mix.
Okay,
Fantasy.
so you guys are all suddenly strangely healed,
strangely,
and
suddenly-
you feel much more motivated to help.
Nice.
Like, you're just, yeah. So, as you get into town, most of the buildings were already in pretty bad shape. They were falling apart, destitute, not a good time all around. But now they're just fucking wrecked. There's,
So rather
Entire-
than just looking like a pile of shit, it's a pile of shit that's
it's a
been
pile of
stepped
shit
in.
that somebody has stomped on. Now it's all over, and you're just like,
Oh,
like
jeez.
squeeze between their toes kind of shit.
Oh. And then they lit
you're
it
off the podcast. I'm kidding. I'm
And
kidding.
then they lit it on fire.
Are they attacking?
And then themselves.
Are they attacking regular people?
I'm about to get to that.
All right.
You see a massive crowd of a bunch of these soldiers fighting a bunch of the townspeople. You recognize in this big kerfuffle, Simon, you recognize Victra, who is a small dragonborn who's holding a very large blacksmith's hammer and swinging it as if a normal-sized person would swing an even bigger hammer. I don't have a metaphor for this. But this hammer is like pretty much as long as he is tall, and he's just swinging it around, putting all of his back into it to knock a dude off his feet. You also see, and Victra is Fennel's brother.
Mm-hmm.
They were both adopted by Cromulon, who is the town blacksmith. He's the town blacksmith. He's a half-orc who's using a massive crossbow, and as you enter the scene, he's shooting a man in the gut, and then the man doesn't have a gut anymore.
Crossbows are pretty big.
It's a half ballista at this point.
Oh, jeez.
So you also see a bunch of assorted normal townspeople, including
Pitchforks and stuff.
pitchforks, shitty swords, daggers. One person is just holding a large plate and a chair.
No torches.
Spatulas from the kitchen.
They can't afford spatulas.
Well, town folk.
This is no luxury.
Peasantry.
They had to grab things that they needed to defend themselves.
Yeah, but it does look as if everybody's kind of overwhelmed and confused, and you guys have the option of getting in there.
Yeah, I'll get on in there.
Did
You
any
all-
of the soldiers approach us?
No, they're all busy in the fight.
How many soldiers are there, approximately?
There's pretty much one for everybody, including you guys, but
Then I'm gonna do some magic missile action.
I have that too, in case you need it.
Oh, nice. And I'm gonna hit 3 guys with 1 missile.
each.
Yes.
Okay. Roll damage.
So that's 1d4 plus 1 per. Should I just do 1d4 and then times 3?
Yeah.
All right. So that's 3 per dude, bro.
Okay, so let me just roll some initiative as they all take 3 damage.
Are we fighting like all of the guys or?
No, you just fight. You guys are fighting 3 of them that Simon has alerted. So 3 damage each.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, 3 plus 1, so 4.
Okay. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm still figuring out. I should have put these guys down first. Okay, 6.
Welcome to the.
Okay,
numbers
now
game.
everybody roll for initiative.
All right. Where's my?
That's a 2.
Which one? The 20?
Yep.
Yeah.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I have an 11 plus. Where do I add?
You.
Oh, plus 1. So I have 12.
Okay, well, Simon and Amadonus, you managed to tie with 2 of the soldiers.
Nice.
The first soldier, though, had a 19. What was yours again?
8.
8. Okay. Well, I'm gonna need you to. How do you break ties for this? This happened last
You
time
either
too.
choose or
Isn't
higher
it like
dex.
dexterity?
I'm just gonna say you go first, Amadonus.
I have a 13 in dexterity. Is that
Yep,
right?
that's higher than mine.
No, you didn't tie with him.
Oh,
A
okay.
soldier tied with him, and then a soldier tied with you.
Okay.
So, then you got an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, Rurik. Then the soldier goes before you, Simon, and you're last.
Nice.
Okay? So the first soldier is going to react, see Simon, and just sort of intuit that, hey, you're the guy who just hit me with some magic projectiles. That's not his actual voice, but...
Can that please be his voice, though?
No, he's going to die in this fight. He runs at you.
I'm going to spare him just to spite you.
Is he wearing a red shirt?
They're all wearing red and black leather.
All right.
So this guy runs at
Those are my
Simon.
people.
This guy runs at Simon, and he swings at you,
Okay.
Simon. So he got an 11,
Yep, that beats my armor class.
and he's going to do 5 damage.
Nice. Well,
So
it's nice knowing you guys.
how much health do you have?
I have 8.
Yeesh. So
That means you
he
have 3 left.
Yep, that's
So
how math
he-
works.
pretty much stabs through your side and then pulls out before any permanent damage is done, but it
Nice.
hurts a lot.
Yo, Gus, you think you could pass me that pencil so I can erase 5 points of damage from my boy?
Okay,
You're void.
from your boy.
From my boy.
Okay, Amadonus, you're up.
Oh, what do I do? Roll this.
Whatever
one.
you want.
I
Do
wanna-
You
something.
can attack them, try to convince them not to fight
Oh,
us.
I like an offensive move.
Yes, you are in a fight.
Oh, okay.
There are people who are trying to take our lives.
It's easier to understand if I like it in real life. I'm gonna use my. What's a thunder wave?
Thunder Wave is good if they're right next to you.
Okay. I'm gonna use the magic missile then.
Okay, so roll damage.
That's a D4.
D4. It's the
Which is what?
pyramid.
The pyramid. Okay.
It's the triangular prism.
That is 4.
A 4.
damage.
Nice.
Plus 1.
A 4
Plus 1 force damage. So it's
Is
5.
that for
plus-
my initiative?
No.
No.
What am I
It's-
adding? Why did I?
You just add 1 in general, right?
Yeah.
Magic
a
missile
magic
is a-
missile is 1d4 plus 1 force damage.
Okay, so you get... How many do you get?
3. There are 3 darts.
Just level 1 in general always gets 3 darts.
Yeah.
All right, you can choose who you want these 5 damage darts to hit.
There's 3 of them. There's
3
5.
darts. You can choose to hit whoever. They can't escape this damage.
Can I?
You can have it hit the 3 soldiers. You can have it hit. You can have all 3 hit 1 soldier, but they have 6 health each, so it might be a bit overkill.
They have 6 health each,
Thank you.
Yeah.
and I am hitting them with 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to eliminate one of them. So
Okay, and then
2.
hit another.
Yeah.
Which one do you want to eliminate?
What's the
You have the
difference?
one who just stabbed Simon.
Well, then he should be eliminated because
Yeah. Avenge my ribs.
I'm avenging his ribs.
And then you want to hit a random other one.
Yeah.
Okay? You direct your attack, and the 2 missiles curve through the air in a pretty quick arc and slam to this guy's eyes, and his head just pops.
Nice.
Does that mean he's dead?
I mean,
Actually,
that's
he's
usually what
fine. He
happens.
lumbers towards you.
I
No.
don't know. Does he have special powers?
Guess that
No.
means I can't spare him.
Zombie powers or something?
Okay, yeah.
All right.
His head is gone, and
It's
the
gone.
3rd dart twirls off and slams another guy in the gut, and he's looking really bad off.
I
So
like
he
how we
had-
chose the most audibly displeasing
Yeah, can we-
form of container for these snacks.
You mean this right here?
Yeah. Love that.
So the 3rd guy, so we've eliminated 1.
And there's one guy with 1 health, and there's a 3rd guy who hasn't done anything.
Okay, so that guy has 6 health.
Yes.
There's a guy that's pretty badly damaged with 1 health. So we need to eliminate, as a team, we need to eliminate
The other 2. That is how this
Yeah.
fight works. And
Let's move on.
And it's the soldier who you didn't murder. His turn. He actually...
Thank you for the quiet container.
Yes, thank you. He comes at you, Amadonus, and takes a swing at you. And he got a 14. What's your armor class?
12.
My armor class is 12.
Okay, that beats it. And he rolled a 6 for damage, so take 6 health off of yourself.
So that means I have 3 left.
Okay, yeah. He cuts across your gut, and you aren't feeling so good. And it is Rurik's turn.
Thanks. Alright, so.
Thanks for the quiet cheese puffs.
So, how far are these guys from me?
Well, there's a corpse in front of Simon. There's a almost corpse who has just slashed across Amadonus' gut, and he's pretty close to you. And the 3rd guy is still sort of near the crowd who's all fighting, and he doesn't seem sure of what to do.
Could I run up to the...
You can run up to the 3rd guy.
Okay, well, I just pull out my 2nd axe from my belt, and I throw it at the one that's been hurt already. The guy that's been
Okay, roll. What do you roll for that?
Alright, so let's see. I got a... Is he within 20 feet of me?
Yep.
Alright, so this doesn't have disadvantage. I have a, I got a 12 to hit.
Okay. And let me check. That doesn't beat it. His ace, you throw your axe, and he notices and manages to tilt himself just ever so slightly so that the blade glances off his helmet and then falls to the ground next to him. But he's fine.
And then I run up close to the regular guy.
The guy who hasn't been attacked
Yeah.
other than by a magic missile.
Yeah.
He chooses to grapple you. So make a strength saving throw. He got a 2.
19.
Yeah, you just fucking smack him in the face,
Like-
and he goes to grab you, and you just jump up and smack him in the face, and he goes, ah!
Like he goes to lunge on top of me, and I just throw him over.
No, you don't. He went to attack you, but since he did so shittily, you just kind of you didn't even flinch. You just jumped up, smacked him in the side of the cheek. Like, his right cheek is bright red now, and he's kind of like, oh. And that's his turn. Simon, you're up.
Nice. Would you say there's anybody who is within 25 feet of me?
Yes.
Cool. Describe how well off each of those people look.
Like wealth?
No, I mean like is there one person that's particularly bloodied?
There's a guy with 1 health.
Oh, all right,
He's in front of Amadonus.
cool. And then the other guy who tried to grapple.
Wait,
with
the
Gus.
guy with 1
Yeah.
health is the one that got 6 of my health points.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the guy that Gus just smacked, and I'm going to cast Ice Knife. You create a shard of ice and fling it at one creature within range. Oh no, I don't have to stab him. I can just throw it. Cool. Never mind. I'm not going to use my movement on that. I'm just going to throw
Okay.
it. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 1d10 piercing damage. Hit or miss, the shard then explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet of the point where the
That's
ice
Rurik.
exploded
That's also Rurik.
must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage.
That's
That will
also
kill me.
Rurik.
That would kill
That
me.
would kill you? Okay.
Where are you getting that?
It's first level conjuration.
Is it on the sorcerer spell list?
Yeah, it's a sorcerer spell that sorcerers can cast.
Like, where are you getting the spell list?
I have an app on my phone.
Okay.
The wonders of technology.
Yeah, it's just not in here.
Alright. So, can I use a bonus action to...
Move Rurik slightly so you don't destroy him with your hell ice knife?
Yeah.
No.
No?
That would count as 2 movements.
Okay.
To move him out of the way, and then get out of the range of your own death spell.
Okay. Then, in that case... Ooh, what is this? I'm looking
Excitement, fantasy, adventure. Looking through an app to find a spell that won't murder your short friend.
That's the theme song.
No.
We were discussing the possibility of
That
having
would be
a
a good
theme
theme
song at the beginning of this. We decided against it because that idea is dumb as shit.
It's
No,
bad if
I
we
don't
have
agree.
to sing it every time.
Well, no, we should record it and then play it every time. Wonders of modern technology.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt. A beam of crackling blue energy lances out towards a creature within range, which is 30
I only
feet.
have 3.
That one's actually in the book.
Forming a sustained arc of lightning between you and the target. Make a ranged spell attack against the creature. On a hit, the target takes 1d12 lightning damage, and on each of your turns for the duration, which is 1 minute, or until I stop concentrating.
Okay?
You can use your action to deal 1d12 lightning damage
You're gonna kill
to
him.
the target
I'm-
automatically.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna kill him. Roll your attack thing, and then you... Whatever the
So is
damage
that just like a d20, and then if it beats his armor class, or is a spell attack roll just like a d20, and if it beats his... Cool. That's not a d20. That's a d100.
Wow, I got it really good. Does he have an armor class of 90?
That's a 19.
Yeah, you just... Okay, roll damage.
All right, 1d12. Here it comes. That's 1.
You
Oh my god.
You hold your, spell casting... What is your spell casting item? Like, what do you focus your spells through?
I don't know. My dumb bird hands.
Okay, you hold one taloned hand aloft, and you cry out the most impressive thing. Like, you taunt him with ancient wizard language, and you shoot this massive arc of electricity, and it hits him,
And
he
I
goes,
zap him.
ah!
Ah! Jeez.
Like static electricity.
Yeah. He reacts as if he has just touched he has just touched the railing on a set of stairs after shuffling his feet on a carpet.
Can I
for 20
roll
minutes.
to see if he has discovered a kink?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
A kink?
Oh, that's a 4.
I thought we agreed not to.
He
do
has
this
decided
sort of
that he's not interested in further experimentation with electrifying himself.
thing. I thought we would stop doing.
I'm
this.
sorry,
I thought
guys.
that's-
I
Wait,
thought
is that
we
the kink?
would too.
I don't know what's
All
going
right,
on.
Simon is just
I
fetish
just discovered
central.
that I have spells.
Hey Chuck, can you pass me some of that?
No, oh my god.
For
We
the,
don't advocate underage drinking here.
for the people who can't see, Gus just asked Chuck if he could have a sip of alcohol.
No, I
From Ohio Brewery. That is Ohio, right?
This is Ohio's stone fruit vodka.
please
which
sponsor
is,
us.
They're our sponsor. I'll
Hit
let-
us up. We're in
I'll let the
Ohio
folks at
too.
Middle West Spirits know that they are sponsoring us.
Yeah.
This podcast is 3/4 minors. So it's also 3/4 minors.
Hey!
Yes!
Yes!
The joke works. I go up a layer instead of down. I'm
Level
almost
up.
out. Okay,
For
so
those of you who
extra
don't
humor
know,
points.
Paul
Is there
has
like a
been
humor point
steadily.
thing?
For those of you who don't know, Paul has been steadily
lowering which layer of hell I'm in from these people.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just zap this guy and he barely reacts. It was
Wait till he reacts to my axe.
I was too. Wow. I was too busy
Grim.
holding in my organs.
Oh, that's right. You're sort of like cut up, aren't
Yeah,
you?
I'm sort of.
Well,
3
you're not-
points from dying.
Wait.
Yeah,
I
but
just
you have-
figured out that I have a cure wounds.
Oh
spell.
wow, that would be
Cleric.
really useful.
a cleric who can
Boy,
heal and have the
sure
ability
would
to
have helped.
mend wounds.
Sure
Do I have to
would
wait
have
till my
liked
turn or
that.
something to do that?
Yes, it is your turn now.
Okay. And so, I'm only up to cure wounds, but I've got all these other things too that I can do.
Please just do something.
I'm going to cure Simon.
Nice. I like where this is going.
So,
What do I do?
if you hand me the book. Let's see.
Don't miss that page because I'm only
Don't worry.
partway through writing down all my spells.
I'll keep it. Cure wounds is A B C D E F G H I J K.
Elemental cure wounds.
I'm in C A. I always have to go through the entire alphabet
Hello,
if I gotta
welcome
figure out
to
what
the
position.
alphabet with Gus.
So what app do you have?
You all right? Use way in the back of the alphabet.
It is just called D&D 5e spellbook cards.
Okay, can
Oh,
you
just
Google
that.
cure wounds?
I feel cure wounds. Creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Hey.
However, you are a cleric of life, so I think it was like double that.
Oh.
So, roll
Yeah, you guys are okay.
Super heal me.
One of these?
Amadonus' healing level is at the point where he just heals Simon.
But you can only cast it like 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can only
but-
do this 3 times. Because
Not
Three
not in
times
your lifetime.
period.
However many spell slots you have. Which would be...
I have 2.
Alright, so you can only cast 2 level 1 spells per day.
Okay. So this is a level 1.
Yes.
All right.
So 1d8, so like
It's a 3.
Nice.
3 plus spellcasting ability modifier, which would be plus 2. 3 plus 2.
Hey, I'm at max health again. My
Yeah.
organs slurp back into my chest cavity.
I thought that I wonder what that noise was.
You just heal Simon up, and it's a good time. So
I'm enjoying myself.
let me just think for a moment. There is a soldier who has recently messed you up, Amadonus, and his friend has just been lightly zapped and slapped by a dwarf, and this is not a pornographic. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try. We need to stop, but that was too good to pass up, or bad.
Yeah.
So this guy will attack Amadonus again. So I'm gonna roll things to attack Amadonus. He
Nice.
rolled a 2.
Nice.
So you, Amadonus, as you healed Simon, you walked over, placed a hand on his shoulder, gave him a reassuring pat, and told him, "Hey, it's okay if your lightning wasn't as strong as it usually is. It happens to everybody." But as you do this, this guy swings at you, but
Happens to the best of us, young man.
he's but he's disoriented by the light show he just witnessed, and his sword is thrown off so much, he just kind of like smacks it against your back. It's not even the sharp edge.
Is this one of the 3 guys?
He just kind of spanks
That's
you.
2 guys.
Oh,
No.
no!
I
No,
eliminated
it's
one
not.
of the guys, right?
Yes, you did.
What about the guy that only had 1 health point? Is he still alive?
This is him. This is that guy.
Why don't
Yeah.
we kill him? So why hasn't somebody killed him already?
Because you took your turn
because-
healing Simon.
Oh, so it's my fault.
I just realized...
It's your fault the podcast is taking so long now.
I just realized that if I had, like, witches bolted that guy with 1 health, it would have looked way more impressive.
I mean, it wouldn't have. You would have just zapped him with a very weak lightning bolt, and then he would have had a heart attack.
Yeah. But, I mean, at least it wouldn't have been... Ow, jeez.
Ah.
Ow, that smarts.
Ooh, ah, eesh.
Alright.
Yeah, actually, the guy you zapped, he's kind of like wriggling his hand to get feeling back, because it's like, ow.
Ooh.
So,
Tingly.
yeah, he just kind of bounces off your
So
leathery
he
back.
only rolled a 2, so he didn't give me any
No, he
damage.
didn't. He didn't hurt you at all. You're
Yeah.
fine. Rurik, your turn.
Oh, alrighty, alright.
Your axe is
I go,
still on the ground.
and I swing my great axe at the guy in front of me that I slapped.
Okay, so roll.
So let's see. I got a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Alright, time to slash his kneecaps.
You're going to become famous as some sort of horror movie villain that just removes people's legs.
Rurik Fireforge, the kneecapitator.
I slash at his kneecaps and I deal 6 damage.
Yeah, he's dead. As you swing, his body is bisected. Like, you weren't even aiming for his, you weren't aiming for his waist, but you just rip it off anyway, and he doesn't have time to scream.
And then I make
You do, though, because you do that.
I start, rah,
Okay.
the battle cry.
You battle cry as this man, as the last thing he sees is your tiny form towering over him, screaming at the sky.
I'm not that tiny.
You were from his perspective, but now he's tiny because he's dead.
Yes.
Okay, Simon, it's your turn.
Nice.
One more guy left.
Yes, and he has 1 health.
Just hit him and he dies.
Yeah, I'm just gonna smack him with my quarterstaff.
Wow.
So that's I'm gonna roll. I rolled an 18 to hit.
That's enough.
Yep, and that's quarterstaff. 1d6 plus 2 bludgeoning.
Anything you roll will kill him.
Let me just.
How overkill do you get?
It's 2. Plus 2 is 4.
Okay.
You moderately
As you face the opposite direction with Amadonus' hand on your shoulder, you twirl your quarterstaff, poke it behind your right shoulder, and this man makes a gurgling noise as you strike his chest, and he has a heart attack and dies.
Nice.
Also, all of his ribs shatter.
Great.
So that's the end of this fight. These guys were not a threat, really. And now that all of this is dealt with, everybody else pretty much finishes their fight. You see Cromulon. Is that what I named him? Yeah, that's Cromulon.
Cromulon.
You see Cromulon
I'm
crush.
confused with wait, what's the dude on Kimmy Schmidt?
I don't know.
Oh, wait,
I don't really
Titus
care
Andromeda.
Titus Andromedon.
Okay. You see Cromulon swing
That's what my name should have been.
You see Cromulon swing the butt of his ballista crossbow, his cross ballista, and just knock a man through a wall. You also see Victra spin around with the hammer and then let go as it sails across the fight and just crushes somebody's legs.
Nice.
Hey, I bet we could be good friends.
Yeah.
Sure.
Leg
And
crusher.
Yeah.
yeah, I hate legs too. That's not his voice. But
I always go for the knees
Beta?
because I feel bad because of how
no,
short my
Beta
legs
was
are.
much deeper.
Okay.
And Fennel was like this.
Alright.
Remember? Yeah. So the fight pretty much ends there. And you guys also recognize the most famous family who was going to die if you guys didn't intervene. I just want to share this because I decided I don't remember why I did this, but they're the Wax family. And their names are Mamas Tartha and Bruce Senglefrump.
Okay.
Excuse me?
Wait, what's their family name?
The Wax. They're Wax.
WAX?
Yes. Momus, Tartha, and Bruce Engelfrump.
I don't get if you're making a pun or
It's
just
a
silly names.
Batman joke.
What?
The-
Batman joke.
The Waynes, Wax and Wayne.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
That's
see.
a stretch. Oh, that hurt. That's so stretched.
Is there a crime avenue?
All of Parik is Crime Alley.
Crime Alley.
Fucking Crime
Crime
Alley.
Alley.
God.
Criminelli.
Okay, so now everybody's.
What do you...
Wait, there's some sort of small rodent
No.
in the alleys of
Shut up.
Parik.
Shut up, stop.
You might not.
You're drunk.
No, not. No, I am not. Believe me, you'd know it if I were.
Yeah, I would, unfortunately.
Okay.
So, everybody.
That sounded dark.
Oh shit!
Guys, don't
Like I
worry.
get drunk a lot.
Don't worry. If my dad was
don't.
abusive, I could fucking take him.
Hey.
That is not a good thing to talk about.
That's so not nice.
I mean, it's
I thought it was funny, but-
true.
All right, go ahead.
So everybody pretty much finishes, and once the adrenaline of their incredibly short bout of violence is over, they're all just left considering what the hell to do. All of their homes are destroyed. There's no... All of the stuff is that they could have used is burned.
Sorry I wasn't more useful in that fight. I just wasn't really feeling it this time. That's my excuse.
I was triumphant because I cured somebody and I used a spell.
Yeah.
Those are the same thing. You did the same thing, and you
I
listed
could
it
cure
as...
people without using spells, by the way. Just through my mind.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this
So-
5e?
Yes.
Yes.
So as you are just sort of like talking, mingling, Simon Victra sort of...
Mingling? Like at a cocktail party?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's grief mingling.
Grief mingling? Okay.
Yes. Simon Victra sort of stands near you but doesn't say anything.
Okay.
Cromulon walks over to you, Rurik, and notices your axe that is... The blade
A
was
missing
destroyed.
one axe.
No, you have the handle, just not the blade, and he sort of cocks his head. How'd you lose that?
Oh, the darn slimes. I gave him what he deserved, though.
I mean, that's not entirely true. I was the one that did most of that.
While Cromulon has a expression on his face where he would like to like agree with you and be all jokey, but he glares at you, Simon.
Oh no.
So, and also, Amadonus,
Yeah.
as you are trying to, I don't know, do what you do. I don't know what you do because your character's kind of vague.
That's the whole point. He's
I'm
a
really
leg-
smart with a dark past.
Okay,
I have a
well,
mistrust of strangers.
you mistrustfully start trying to heal the people that I don't want to come up with a name
Damaged
for.
left hip. And I'm dyslexic.
You're
That's
dyslexic.
why he can't read the book.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, no.
I gave it to him.
Well, I mean, I also
And
tried
it's
to
safe
read it.
because those who read it might be in danger,
No.
so I'm
No.
dyslexic.
No. No.
Guess what are you reaching for? Oh, the pencil.
I didn't want to say anything out loud and interrupt the story.
You were just like stroking the
Gus,
air.
Gus appeared as if he was trying to stop a spider. He was trying to tell Ray that like 3 spiders were about to drop down on their head. So,
Don't hesitate to
Amadonus.
the podcast. What?
as you are helping people, Momus walks up to you and
Mama's wax.
Momus Wax.
Okay.
He's
Not
a
to be
man.
confused with Mama Cass.
No. Momus Wax walks up to you, and inexplicably, he's wearing a 3-piece black suit.
Oh, it's a he?
Yeah, Momus.
His
Yeah.
name is Mamas?
Momus.
Okay.
He walks up to you and says, "Hello, Amadonus."
Wait, so it's Momus and Tartha?
Momus and Tartha and Bruce Engelfrump.
This is so funny inside your head, isn't it?
It's funny to Ray,
I
too.
don't even understand it.
So
I
horrible.
think that's
It's like
the
some
best
sort of like take
Oh
on
my
it.
god, it's so bad.
Yeah,
The waves.
it is. It's terrible on purpose.
Oh my
And he
God.
says, "You're a cleric, right?"
I am a cleric, right? Yes, I am.
Well,
Can you tell from my leather armor?
I don't think that's a thing clerics usually wear, but sure.
That's why I have a
I would
mysterious
like to
past.
talk to you about something unfortunate. You see, off in the city of Goth,
Beef jerky.
my sister-in-law, Martha, has recently died. and you
Okay,
need
okay, now I get it.
Yeah,
now
it's
you
a
get it.
Batman joke.
It's a Batman joke. And I need you to help me make funeral arrangements for Martha.
Who is she?
That was a Batman vs.
Martha,
Superman
wait.
joke.
Amadonus says. That was my mom's name, too. We should be friends.
Wow, weird. And as you say that, somebody else raises their hand like, yeah, my mom was named Martha, too.
Everyone's. I don't know.
Martha got around.
Name.
She got a lot of kids.
Oh, can I ask-
No, one person had a lot of daughters, and they really loved the name Martha.
Right.
Anyway, so,
Martha, come over here. No, not you. The other one.
Martha. Yes. So, as you're just, I guess, milling around, nothing really... there's nothing to do. Everything's fucked.
Is the inn like in?
The inn is pretty much destroyed.
Okay.
All right.
If
Should
you guys...
we maybe? Can we do anything to maybe try to make it less not horrible?
Well,
No, it's
It's more
pretty
not
hardcore
horrible?
ruin.
I say I go.
Well, that's it. I'm leaving this town. There's nothing left
I'm
here
about.
for me.
I'm trying. I've been trying for like the last 7 minutes to get this thing started. Just listen. As you guys are saying what you're about to do, a guy climbs up onto a particularly high pile of rubble, and you recognize him as Malcolm, who ran the Black Lung Inn, the place all of you were sleeping in.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
Ran the Black Lung in.
Is that? Did I make a reference on accident?
Like Malcolm X.
Oh, what? No.
Okay.
What?
Wait, the Black Lung Inn, does that have anything to do with the Blackheart King?
No, the Black Lung
No,
Inn is
Black
because
Lung
Black
because,
Lung is a
you know,
minor is a thing you can
cold.
get if you mine.
Cold.
It's inhaling coal dust, and you.
It's dark.
And then you die.
Well, Parik's not a very fun place.
Alright.
So Malcolm, he's old and short and hobbled, and I'm pretty sure he was Fresno Rob's great uncle. That's a connection I'm going to make right now.
I'm not giving him his painting.
Please give me the last thing to remember my great nephew. He wasn't great. It's a relation thing. Yes. So he stands up and says, "You see this? This is what Mesolite does.
Wasn't that Casmira though?
Who the hell cares?" he's
Yeah, Mesolite went out of power like 10 years ago.
yeah, but there's not a lot of news coming in.
Alright. So is Casimira really in charge, or are they
Casmira is yes, okay. Just to clear up confusion, Casmira is the current country that exists and is real, and the soldiers you just murdered are from Casmira.
Are they bad
I
guys?
wouldn't call it murder. It was self-defense.
Yeah, it was self-defense.
Yeah.
You opened that fight by blasting them in the backs with magic missiles.
Yeah, but they were
It
killing
was
people.
self-defense.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
true. So,
Ew. Just for the record, beef jerky and stone fruit vodka do not mix. They taste like spit when you mix them together.
okay.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you're telling me.
Thanks, Mom, for the color commentary on Dad's
Gross.
drunkenness.
Dad is not drunk. Stop singing.
I'm not drunk.
What?
I'm just
It's
enjoying
not-
myself.
Okay.
Hey, here's an idea. Let's continue the story.
Yes, I would like to. Malcolm, he starts talking a lot, and you guys kind of stop listening because it's a lot of bullshit. But suddenly he stops and says, "And you three,"
Hi.
and points at all of you
Okay.
and says, "You were the best in that fight.
Oh,
You don't have any ties to anything here, do you?"
not
No.
really.
I was
Ties.
about just to leave myself.
I mean,
I was about to put this bow tie on.
I literally have nothing else to do. So,
We're
whatever.
aimless adventurers.
Yeah, so he points up the road, and you see what must have been how the soldiers came in. A rather large covered wagon with 2 horses that, despite all of the very violent fighting and shouting and loud noises, look pretty calm.
How many soldiers were there altogether?
I don't have exact numbers in my
Well, I mean,
head.
like,
I'm going to
at
say
least-
like
Well, we
30.
killed 3, so...
30.
No, you killed more than 3.
Did we?
Remember in the mine?
Yeah.
So 30.
Oh, yeah.
That means that's a big wagon.
Yeah.
They came in multiple wagons,
Oh.
That would be a big wagon.
but that's the only one that's still around.
They were all standing up.
Stacked like human paper. But, yeah, so he points to the wagon and says, "Take their vehicle. You have to go to Casimira and get revenge for this." And before you can actually ask why you would do that or really try to figure out what, everyone's cheering. They are super excited for the idea of getting revenge. And
Yeah, kill them all.
You're getting caught up in this mob psychology.
Simon is into it. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to avenge them. Yeah, so everybody's cheering. Victra isn't really. He's sort of just looking. He waits until he sees you cheering, then he starts cheering.
For those of you who don't know, Paul was addressing me when he said
Yes, Ray.
Okay.
Simon, Ray, Simon. And Cromulon, he also doesn't cheer, but looks kind of grim.
Like me? Romulus and I are like...
Yeah,
They're
you
bros.
actually
They're
before
gonna be best buddies.
before all this
Cromulon a
happened.
dwarf?
No, he's a half orc.
Okay.
So before this, you were actually kind of acquaintances with Cromulon. You guys are on pleasant terms because he's as gruff and kind of weird as
ornery
you.
as I.
Yeah. So as this cheering is happening, if you guys would like to notice, Betta and Fennel are coming back from the mine
I
carrying.
would like to notice.
I bet it was dead.
No, she got
No.
stabbed. She's fine.
You healed her.
Did I heal her?
Stabbed.
Yeah.
No, that was the first time I ever healed anybody. Was
No.
you. Did I heal her?
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember
It was
this.
last session.
Yeah. So you see, if you guys notice, Betta is dragging Fresno Rob's corpse by the head,
Oh.
and he's super dead.
Yes!
Have we rested yet?
You basically got a rest because of the weird thing that
can I
happened
have
on the way.
my
in.
health points back?
Well, not right now. You can, I guess, because you're not going to encounter any more fights right
You've
now.
lost your health point privileges.
Well, I was down to 3. Just want to make sure I'm keeping up.
Okay. So Malcolm pretty much just says, "Go kill them for revenge," and then starts shouting to everybody else about plans. Like, you don't really listen because you start loading your stuff onto this wagon because you're pretty sure if you don't, people will probably make you. You start loading all your things onto the wagon and, like, getting the horses ready. They don't really like looking at Simon.
Wow.
They're racist horses.
Wow!
Yeah.
I
And they can't see Rurik.
Because he's so short.
Yes, that's
So it's
the
up to
joke.
me.
Can I have like a pony or something? Like a little... Like
No,
a
you
little
guys are going to
donkey?
ride in the wagon.
I can be the...
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, the guy.
Horse train!
Before we leave,
Yeah?
I go to guy that I like,
Cromulon?
Cromulon. He's the blacksmith, right?
He is, yeah.
I go and I say, Do you have anything that could fix this axe? And I give him the handle.
He takes it, looks at it a bit, and says, to reproduce something like this, I'd need both axes and a bit of time.
Can't you just sell me one?
It wouldn't be the same craftsmanship. It'd feel different, and if you want me to recreate this thing, it would take some time.
It's just a stick and a chop. So I'll
That
just
is
give
the
me a
technical term
I
for
used
an
to
axe
make
hand.
weapons for a living. It's a lot more than that.
Well, the one I had was just a stick and a chop.
This wouldn't fix his axe. Right, do it.
So I say I'll just buy it.
A woman whispers into your ear. A woman just comes out of the crowd, whispers in Cromulon's ear, and then disappears as if she were made of smoke.
And the axes.
And Cromulon looks kind of uncomfortable and would like her to not do that
And
while
Quest-
they're doing
and
things.
Quest pizza might be on its way.
That's what I was asking.
Okay, yeah.
Discuss this.
Should we pause for a moment?
I request to buy one of his axes.
You don't have to pay for this. Listen, I'll take this. Just give me the other axe for a
Yeah,
second.
is there anything that we can like scavenge from the corpses?
Look, if you guys, I'm gonna give you each a short time block to just interact with whoever you want.
All right, cool.
So, this is Rurik's. Do you hand him the other axe?
Yeah.
He holds it in his left hand, and the handle in the other. Just weighing them, looks over the one you gave him.
Those be me throwing axes.
I'm aware.
After I missed
You
the
don't
guy.
say.
I saw you use it, or try to.
And
Yes, pizza, sure.
Yeah, but we need to know what to order. We should
This is
pause.
important. This is
Okay.
integral.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna
right.
pause this.
intermission, everyone. See you next
Intermission.
time in
No,
like
what?
a second.
And sustenance has been had.
No,
Not-
it's
it
been
hasn't.
It's been ordered. And
It's
been
sustenance
worked
will be
out.
here in
Don't lie
half
to
an hour
us.
45 minutes.
So, Cromulon's weighing out the thing.
Worst name.
He had a human parent and an orc parent, neither of which were good at names. His grandfather was named Cromulus.
That's better than.
Yeah, but they
better
couldn't
than
use it again.
Cromulon.
Okay, anyway, Cromulon. Cromulon's weighing out the 2 axes, and eventually he hands you back the full axe and says, I can fix this. Next time we see each other, you're gonna have probably 4 more axes like this.
Nice.
Thank you.
My pal. And I shake his hand.
He shakes your hand with his much larger fist. And now it's Amadonus. Do you have anybody you want to talk to?
I'm just imagining in my head right now, like, me having, like, 3 axes on each side, just going, whoo, whoo, like...
And then you have to go run over and pick them up.
No,
Anyway,
I just,
I'm assuming you
yeah.
haven't thrown them into metal-eating slimes.
Unfortunately, the rest of this adventure is entirely metal-eating slime. I'm kidding. Amadonus, would you like to talk to anybody, interact with anyone?
Can I get like a whiskey drink with Betta? I don't
There-
know. What is the purpose of this part?
So that there can be some character development and like setup for stuff. Do you want to say goodbye to anybody? Do you want to talk to Mamas about Martha's funeral arrangements?
No, I'm an enigma. I keep to myself.
Okay, you try to be cool and just, you know what?
I'm aloof.
You aloofly start getting the wagon ready.
I'm helping to get the wagon ready.
So, Simon,
Cool. So name the people who are here again.
Your brother?
uh,
Or...
I don't have a brother.
no, Fennel's brother, Victra.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fennel is
Fennel and Simon are 2 different people.
yeah. So Fennel and Betta are back. Betta is just surveying the damage, kicking over some corpses. Fennel has run over and is checking on Cromulon and their brother, who looks pretty okay.
All
A
right.
little embarrassed that Fennel's kind of fussing over them.
Okay.
Or
I'm
him.
gonna go.
I keep messing up the pronouns.
It's okay. I'm gonna go over to Fennel and Victra.
Okay?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going over here? You guys holding up all right?
Hello, Simon, my coworker. And Victra looks a bit uncomfortable with the fact that Fennel has literally placed one of their hands on Victra's shoulder and is glaring at you. Hi.
Sit.
Hi.
I don't know that. What's with that look?
Oh, nothing. It's fine.
No,
Everything's cool.
are you sure?
Simon, my coworker,
Are you sure?
who is 8 years old.
It feels
Who is 8 years old.
it feels a little aggro to me. That's just the vibes that I'm getting.
Well, you should work on your vibe measuring device.
Before I got here, I kind of had to make a thing out of reading vibes. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at it.
As you say that, Victra kind of like nudges Fennel, who rolls their eyes, then does the like point at their eyes, then point at you, then point at their eyes, then point at your gut, and then makes a slashing motion with one hand, and then backs away.
Is Victra...
Okay, yeah, that seems really aggro to me.
It is. It's quite aggro, but
What does that mean, aggro? Like
aggressive.
Yeah,
Oh, aggressive.
What did you say?
Agricultural.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fennel walks away, making hoeing motions with an invisible.
I don't know. I guess that would be like agribusiness.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
So Victra is still looking pretty nervous, but smiles at you. Doesn't really know what to say.
Yo, you totally fucked that dude's knees up. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's good.
Ruined his knees. If he would have survived, he would be crippled for life.
Yeah, probably.
But he's dead, so I guess he was crippled for life.
Yeah.
But his life was really short.
You crippled his short life, which was, I don't know, how old?
30
was he?
seconds of horrible agony.
Yeah, basically.
Now I feel kind of depressed because I killed a guy.
Oh, don't. It's okay. You'll get over it.
He nods and
You get over it.
yeah, probably. And then dives in and gives you a kind of tight hug
Aw.
before backing up just as quickly and running away.
I blush.
You blush through your feathers, which is kind of hard because your feathers don't. Wait, how does bird blushing work? What?
like bird washing?
Blushing.
Maybe my cheek
Your
feathers
okay,
just
yeah.
get a little
Your
bit
feathers
rougher.
just kind of rustle.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. Do you guys want to leave town now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Get me out
Alright.
of here.
All right,
Yeah,
you
'cause
all.
the what is it that I'm getting ready? The cabin? No, the
cabin on
wagon.
wheels.
The wagon.
The wagon.
The wagon, or in
There-
Parik, it's called the wagon. Is
This isn't France.
It's already because the cleric me helped get it ready. It's all ready. Let's go.
Yes. Okay.
So,
So you load up a bunch of supplies.
I bet we're gonna meet highwaymen.
Well,
Oh, then we could use that Adam Ant song,
Excuse
ant
me?
song.
the Adam Ant song, the
The highwaymen.
highwayman. Yeah,
Highwaymen. Highwaymen.
yeah, highwayman.
Okay,
I'll
so-
play it.
Highwayman.
I'll find it.
How much gold do you guys have?
I have 85 GP, which stands
I-
for gold pieces.
I guess I have 45.
I have 85 because I haven't spent any.
All right. So I'm gonna adjust some prices slightly. Because
we shouldn't have told you.
no, because these prices are much higher than you have.
Nice.
So as you start traveling down the road, it takes a few miles, but eventually you see something weird. There is a large stone hut on the side of the road that does not look like it was there for a while. It is... You can see the dirt around it is dug up as if it landed there, and on the front of the wooden but very sturdy looking door for this hut, it says, "Unless you do adventures, fuck off."
Hey, I mean,
We're
this,
going on an adventure.
this sounds like an adventure to me.
Okay, so do you guys want to go in?
Yeah, I'll go in.
So as you step over to open the door, it suddenly flies open, and inside you see just a shitload of stuff. There's
Ooh.
shelves and shelves and shelves of scrolls and paper and parchments and weird... paper and parchments are pretty much the same thing. Scrolls and strange weapons and armor and clothing, and there's just... You think you see a bear, and you hear
Is it a live bear or a stuffed bear?
You don't get enough time to really take it in before you hear a voice say, "Are you here to purchase items of mystic value?"
Yeah. I think that's our purpose.
Okay, as you finish that sentence, there is a very loud popping noise as suddenly air rushes past you all to fill the space as all of these objects you saw disappear.
Oh,
Oh, darn it.
man.
But in this very plain white room, the walls and ceiling are completely white, which you can see now without all this stuff cluttering your view.
Nice.
Past all that, at the back of the room, sitting in front of another door, is a black human who is wearing a very wide-brimmed hat, ornately detailed purple robes, and is sitting at a desk.
So is it like a wizard's hat or?
It's a wizard's hat.
Okay.
And he has gray eyes, like deep gray eyes. And also has a kind of stubbly beard.
I admire his eyes.
You admire his eyes, and he waves a bit. And he waves you all in after that, like, come on in. And as you walk in, there are 4 balls of light on each of the corners of the room, illuminating the entire area.
Okay.
Do you guys all go in?
Yeah.
You okay, Gus?
Yeah.
Okay. So you all go in, and he stands up and bows to you with a very wide smile on his face and says, "I am the famous Magister Elmer."
I've never heard of you.
Okay. As you, other than this one, must know, I am always endeavoring to discover new magical effects and items.
Take your word for it.
Okay? I want the unique, the mystic, the incredible. And I also want money to get more of those things. The items I have for sale are those which I have already inspected enough. So, boys, let's bargain. And he holds out a menu with some pretty strange names on it.
Okay.
Would you guys like to take a look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a gander.
On the menu is a healing potion for 25 gold.
For 25 gold.
That's an expensive heal in a potion.
Yeah, that's why I said I should probably adjust these prices.
Ooh.
All of these are bargainable, by the way.
Okay.
Wait, we're in like a cabin?
You're in a weird... Have you been listening?
I have been, yes.
Okay, you're in a weird stone building thing
Okay.
that doesn't look like it was... It looks like it was dropped onto the side of the road.
Okay.
Reader's Digestible for 100 gold. Satchel of Retaining for 300 gold. The Unwieldy Hammer for 100 gold. The Eager Blade for 450 gold. The Sword of Spell Eating for 400 gold. Recall Glove, the S is crossed out, 300 gold. And then, as you reach the bottom of it, he says, "Oh wait, that's not a. I'm not selling that. You can have that for free." And before you can fully read it, the last item disappears from it, and as it does, a box full of a shitload of swords appear in the corner of the room.
That's the magical item?
Whatever it is, it's just like, from what you can see, it's a bunch of swords. That's it.
Are there any axes?
No, just a bunch of normal steel swords.
Oh, that's not the weapon for me.
Those are free. If you guys want those, just
Yeah.
take them. I made a lot of swords doing an experiment with this other item. It's a whole thing.
Sure, I'll take a sword.
Do you walk over and grab one?
Sure.
As you do, you feel something shooting through your arm like electricity, and you are...
Is it like a good way or in a bad way?
It's in a painful way,
Oh,
and
okay.
you can't let go because the electricity is keeping your hand on it, but as you're holding it, all of the swords start to shudder and shake and then slam into each other, and suddenly you're holding one very large sword.
Nice!
Elmer gasps and claps, like, "Oh, I didn't know they did that. I was levitating those things all over the place. I never touched the things." And then he snaps his fingers, and it's gone from your hand.
What?
Sorry about that, but there's clearly more to those things than I thought. But, as compensation, you all get 500 store credit each.
What's a store credit do?
It's basically gold that you can only spend with me.
Yeah, alright.
Oh, by the way, what's your names? I didn't even ask.
Yeah, that's
I don't want to be
rude of
rude,
us.
guys.
I'm
Hi.
Rurik. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I extend...
Well, hello, Rurik. Nice to meet you.
I extend my feathery arms.
Don't touch me.
Oh, okay.
And who are you, quiet leather-clad man?
I'm Amadonus.
Okay. Are you very sad about something? Oh, are you sad about all the cows you had to kill?
Does recollection
I'm still
cross
spells.
that guy's eyes?
No, he does not recognize
I
Amadonus.
recognize that name.
Even if it did, you wouldn't be able to see because they are like a solid gray.
Oh, okay.
So yes, you guys all have 500 store credit. What do you want to get?
Can you give me the list of the things again?
Okay, yeah, and if you want explanations, you can ask him.
Alright,
A healing potion for 25 gold.
pretty self-explanatory.
A Reader's Digestible for 100.
I want to know what that is.
The Reader's Digestible. Okay, this is a fun one. I love these. It's a pastry that you place. It's basically a ball of dough in its inert form, but you place it on the cover of a book or on top of a letter or really anything, and it will form into a pastry based on the contents of that piece of information. And then, when you eat it, you will understand what it was.
Like, it'll be like you eat it and you have read the book.
Pretty much.
So
Okay.
it's like a one-use item?
Well, it's a pastry that you eat.
So yes.
You must reclaim it after a
Oh,
short while.
no. For a long rest.
No. But you can buy more from me.
Okay.
I make these a lot.
Alright.
Um,
Keep reading.
Okay. The Satchel of Retaining. Do you just want me to read the descriptions for all of them?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Alright, so this one it's kind of a knockoff it's a knockoff bag of holding, honestly. I got it to hold items as I was adventuring and finding new things, but it doesn't open into an interdimensional little pocket. It opens into a safety storage box in the city of Redona. I never know how to pronounce that. I found a better way to store things, so I'm just selling it now.
Mm-hmm.
extra dimensional space.
No, it's not extra dimensional. The Satchel of Retaining.
Yeah, but like a better way to store stuff.
Oh yeah, his better way is that he made a subdimension.
Now, is this a specific box, or is
Yes,
it
it's a
just...
specific
okay.
box. Like you reach in and you will be.
Is it like-
your hand will? It's basically a portal.
Is there
Yeah.
just like a giant bank that like everyone just has their stuff in?
Yeah, that bank is pretty famous for being the place that sells and keeps satchels of retaining. If you wanted to jump into it, you would end up in the bank lockbox, but I don't know why you'd want that. The unwieldy hammer. Oh, this one's a very weird one. I'm gonna go into like stat stuff because the weapons are more stat related.
Yeah.
This is a two-handed hammer that does a d20 of damage, but you can't get any strength bonuses or hit bonuses on it, and you cannot crit success on it.
That's still very powerful.
Yeah, but if an effect reduces damage to it, damage that you're doing with it, it's twice as effective. And yeah.
So that means just no damage.
No, like if you get something, yeah, actually, pretty much. If you get something that halves damage, it does nothing.
Bludgeoning resistance, then they take no damage.
Yeah.
That's still.
I'm gonna change the price of that to 1,000.
Yeah, I was about to say that's really good.
So next up is the Eager Blade. I really love this little thing. It's a shapeshifter,
Ooh.
but
Are these things you made up?
yes,
Okay.
it's a shapeshifter that can change into any weapon that you want it to.
Even an axe?
It can be an axe, it can be 2 axes, it can be like 3 axes, and one of them's glued to your forehead. I don't know.
Going to be 400 axes being thrown simultaneously.
They would be very small axes.
All right.
Because
But it only
conservation
does.
of mass.
It only does.
So it's only a conservation of mass.
It only does 2d10 damage at max.
Really good point.
I may have messed up these damage things. I'm gonna say 1d10.
Okay, that's.
Yeah, I don't know how to balance D&D items. This is my first time.
A great axe is a D12.
Okay,
And
so it does 1d10
that's
damage.
like the highest regular weapon damage.
Okay, 1d10. It's pretty good, but it isn't the best ever, and it can't... Like, if you shift it into a copy of a really, really good sword because you want to have that, it won't do that sword's
What
damage.
if I shift it into a copy of a hand axe that I can throw? How much
It
damage
won't...
would it do?
It doesn't do throwing weapons. It doesn't want to be thrown. It loves you if you buy it.
I don't need that.
It loves you. It wants to be helpful.
I'll take it.
Helpful.
How much is it?
It's 450 gold, and there's
Oh.
more stuff you might want to hear about.
I can't
Do you have to
afford
be
that.
proficient with the weapon? With the said
No.
weapon
Okay,
that turns
so
into?
it can turn into any weapon you want. So if you're proficient in axes, it will turn into an axe if you want it to.
All right. So, but if you're not, okay, I see.
So next up is the Sword of Spell Eating for 400 gold. It's a longsword that does 2d6 when held two-handed and 1d8 when not.
And we have 500 store credit?
Yes.
All right.
It's 400. This one's 400 gold. And this one's special in that if a user succeeds on a saving throw against a spell, this sword will eat it. Meaning that it stores 3 spells that fail against you, and then once you get to 3, it suddenly releases them all your next turn.
Wow.
But the spells can go wild, which means they could be centered on you, or your friends, or miss entirely.
Okay.
Is that a bad item?
I wouldn't say it's bad.
You've played more D&D than me.
Let's see. Storing spells is a strong ability, but having them to go wild is a good counterbalance. So I would say that's decent for level 1. Like magic items at level 1 are like you have to
Usually pretty downside laden.
well, no, you just don't get magic items at level 1.
All right. Well,
So if we do get magic items, they're gonna have to be kind of meh.
well, I want these to be useful later on because
Okay.
I don't want to come up with a bunch of them.
All right.
So the recall glove. This is a gauntlet and a small patch. If you put the patch on an object, I should explain this in Elmer's voice. So this is one half of a pair that I gave the other to a friend as a gift, but I'm selling this one because he didn't want the other one. So it's a gauntlet and a little patch, and you put the patch on something, and if you tap the palm of the gauntlet with your middle 2 fingers, like, you know, Spider-Man, if you know who that is, he's pretty underground.
He's a mythical character from another dimension.
The Spider-Man.
I made him up.
I made him up on the spot. Do you know these things that I'm making in my brain? But if you do the Spider-Man motion, basically, you can pull the thing that you've applied the patch to towards your glove. So it's a
It's
glove of...
about attracting the thing.
Yes, so it's a glove of recall.
Is there like a weight limit?
So you'd put the patch on something.
No, but if it's
toward
too
you.
heavy, it's going to be flying towards the hand you have the glove on
And it will
at
crush
very
you.
high speeds.
Ah.
So you should only put on butterflies and gossamer waves.
And if the object is destroyed or no longer is an object in the same vein as what you put it on, so if you put it on a large piece of ice and then the ice melted, you would get the patch back.
But not the water.
So you
Not the
can't
water.
just take off the patch?
Well, the patch affixes itself semi-permanently, which is an oxymoron, I think. But if the object you've affixed it to stops being that object, like a sword being broken or melted or whatever, then the patch will return to you.
So if I put the patch on, let's say, my axe,
You can return it.
I can just take it off. Or, like, if I want to switch the patch, can I switch it to something else?
No. You have to break the axe if you want to do that.
Alright.
Okay.
Do you want to get that? Okay, what items do you guys want to get?
I don't remember what it was called, but the
Eager
sword.
blade?
Yeah.
Okay, you have 50 store credit left, and you now have the Eager Blade.
Nice.
What do you want it to be?
That's a good question. Wait, so I can't change it later?
You can,
Okay.
but it'll always do the same damage. This is just
Cool.
aesthetic.
Okay. This is going to be.
It can't do ranged.
All right. It's going to be a quarterstaff with like a. To keep with the quarterstaff thing, it's going to be blunted, but like a little drill bit at the top.
Okay,
Yeah.
so put down the Eager
Yeah.
Blade in there, 1d10 damage.
Hey Gus, you mind hitting me up with that pencil?
Alright, there you go.
Give me a hit of that graphite, man.
You have other writing.
Always pass to the left.
What?
It's a weed thing.
I don't get it. I don't care.
Yeah,
to know.
Alright, also add you have 50 Elmer credit.
Elmer credits. Ooh, 50. I get.
Here's another
80.
graphite device.
I get.
Hit me with that graph, man.
I get 20 healing potions.
The look Paul just gave him.
I
Utter
have
bemusement.
3.
Oh, okay.
Hey, remember, I'm a cleric and I'm a healer, and I just discovered that I have a whole bunch of spells I can use.
That's crazy. A cleric with healing spells?
Hey, bite me, bird boy.
You don't want to. He has a very powerful beak.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to come back later, I can brew more, but that's a pretty high order from the start, my man.
My man.
What, my dwarf?
I'll take the 3.
Okay. So,
That's 75.
that's 75. You have 425 Elmer points left, I guess.
Ooh,
Elmer credits.
high score.
What?
I don't know.
Okay, you now have 3
So this
you have
currency
3
we can't
healing
take with us,
potions.
so when we leave.
You can, but it's not. It's like imaginary. He just
It's
gives
like-
Wait, isn't this all imaginary?
you. It's double imaginary.
It's like
double
gift cards.
It's
Yeah.
pretty. He pretty much just gave you all gift cards.
Right, you can't
Which-
use them at the Yield 7-Eleven down the road.
At the Fantasy
At
7-Eleven.
the Fantasy 7-Eleven.
The 11 of 7s.
Yes.
So you just is that all you want to get?
It's the
I like me
it's the
axes.
VIIXI.
So are you going to get anything, Amadonus?
Oh, what's left?
The Reader's Digestible, a pastry that can let you understand written words
A
that you
pastry?
can't. Yes, it's a pastry that lets you understand written words that you can't read otherwise by pressing it against what you want to read
I could use that on
and then
this
eating it
mysterious
once
book.
it's changed
Ooh,
into a
actually,
form
that's
that
a good
the information
idea.
takes. You also have the Satchel of Retaining, which is a portal to a lockbox in a bank. The Unwieldy Hammer, which you cannot afford. The Sword of Spell Eating, which eats spells.
Okay, and it's a sword.
Wait,
Yeah.
How much is the lockbox box?
The Lockbox box?
Yeah.
The Lockbox box is... I'm not selling that. I'm still figuring that shit out. But it's 300 gold.
Okay, so I take that as well.
Okay, you get the Satchel of Retaining.
125 is what I'm at.
Just to warn you, you need to go to the city to clear up that you're no longer using Elmer's account.
What?
What does that mean?
Okay, so Elmer set this up. You're not going to be able to use this bag for a little while because he's going to have to figure out how to tell them, hey, I sold my bag to somebody else, and I don't know how to get to him, but can I put a note in there?
How would I know that?
What?
How would
Okay, listen.
How would they know that the user got switched?
Because you're probably not going to be putting extremely powerful magical objects in there. You're going to be putting, like, potion and gold.
Uh-huh.
So they're going to notice and be like, did somebody kill you
Oh.
and take it?
Do they check the lock?
They
It's
do.
kind of like
They-
it's kind of like credit card fraud.
Oh,
Yeah, kind of. They check the lockboxes, like, to see if
What's in the lockboxes?
what you put in them.
Oh, so it's not like you're buying this to get access to stuff that's already in the
No.
vault.
No, it's storage space.
Oh,
Like
like a terabyte hard drive that you carry around
But for physical objects.
Sure.
for physical objects. fantasy
where is
world.
that like Casimir?
No.
Casimira.
Casimira is not where this lockbox is.
No, but
Have we left
is,
Casimira?
No, we're going
We
to
left
it.
Parik.
You left Parik.
So
You're
is-
going to Casimira.
Is that box bank on the way to Casimir?
No, it's pretty far off in the east.
Then I don't buy this.
Then you do not buy it. So, do you want the Sword of Spell Eating or the Recall?
Think about all the things that we need, and I'm going to look to you guys to tell me what I should buy.
I feel like we should. That was actually a really good idea to use the readers.
Did you get one of those? I didn't.
We were discussing it.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I forget what it's called. The Reader's Digest.
Reader's Digestible. It's
Yeah.
a pun.
I feel like the Reader's Digestible is a really good idea to use on the journal.
Okay, if you guys want to do that.
How much is it?
100, 100, 100,
Okay.
100.
Okay.
the number
and I
and a
have
half.
500 to spend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can we combine our balances?
Yeah, if you want.
pull
But
it
So
together.
he had like 50 left, and he had 100 left.
I have 425 left.
I know. Okay.
420.
5.
5.
God, you're so good at this.
Am I?
You're so good at weed puns. What else is there? Is there a catalog or a website we could go to see these things?
There would be, but I
You
just
haven't made them up yet.
Not yet.
All right.
There-
Sort
Recall
of like
glove.
my past.
What?
Sort of like my past.
Yeah.
It is yet to be determined.
Yeah, once you tell me your backstory, I'll give you a menu. So, Recall Glove, 300 gold, you can pull a thing towards you. Sword of Spell Eating, it eats spells, spits them back
Sword.
out. Unwieldy Hammer, none of you can afford it. The Satchel of Retaining,
Okay. So just
Rurik doesn't
explain
want it
that.
because, fuck it. He
It
doesn't.
seems really
Were you
complicated.
considering buying it, jumping through the portal into the lockbox, and then having them let you out so you could cheat and get further ahead?
No, I.
You
just-
asked if it was
That's a
on the
really
way
good
to
idea.
Casimira.
Yeah, so no, I was like, we're going to Casimir, so I'll just stop there on the way. But now that's on the other side of the world, I'm like, I'm not going there.
Okay, yeah, Gus,
Okay, what else is available?
That and the Reader's Digestible. That's pretty much it.
Well, I'm gonna do the Reader's Digest.
Okay, you buy one of those.
Okay. So that means I have 400
400 Elmer points.
Elmer points.
I changed the name. I call it every time. It's Elmer Points Credit Dollars Golds.
Okay.
So you have a Reader's Digestible. It's a little It's a little lump of dough wrapped in like I don't know
Wax paper.
It's gonna turn into
leaves.
like something
So-
disgusting because that book is like made out of blood.
Do you want to use it?
Do I want to use it?
Yeah.
Would it unlock what's in the book?
You don't know yet.
If you put it on, it turns
Only
into a
one way to
pastry.
find out.
It turns into a pastry that takes the form of the information within.
What kind of pastry is it? Like a brioche or more of like a
It
croissant?
depends on the information. If you put it on like a cookbook, it would turn into the
the
most
recipes.
used recipe.
Okay.
If you put it on a
Comic
really
book.
depressing novel, it would turn
into
into
licorice.
into a
Black
licorice, into a weird licorice bun. And if you put it on like
the Bible.
the Bible, it would just turn into really gross bread.
Communion.
It would turn into the really dry bread that nobody really likes.
But
We eat
saved everybody. that
We eat
Jesus
because Jesus is into that.
Right. Do,
Are you
Do I
gonna
have
use
to do it? Do I have to
You
use
don't. You don't. But
I think it's a good
Yo,
idea.
I'll buy one and I'll use it.
it? No.
you don't have enough.
I have
Was there only
50
one? Can he buy?
EC
Do you have like
and 85 GP?
Do you have an inventory of these things? Like multiples of them?
He makes a lot of Reader's Digestibles, so you can just buy those whenever. He's gonna make a lot more health potions after what Rurik tried. Apparently, those are a lot more in demand than he thought.
Well, because I'm not getting hit a lot.
I want to buy your entire
So
stock.
can he like cure himself?
So
You
it's
can
like,
drink them.
It's like if someone slashes me, I just pop a potion out, gulp it
So you've
down,
got 3 of those.
and I'm better. Yeah.
All right.
That's how health potions work.
Yep, they're potions that make you healthy. Are you gonna do the thing?
Do
Yes.
it. Do it.
All
Do I
right.
have to roll dice and stuff?
No, just
You just do it.
Oh, come on.
you take the book out of your creepy secret armpit pocket,
When
and
did it become an armpit pocket?
You
said
said it was an
that it was in
armpit
your
pocket.
armpit.
No, I said it was tucked into my leather armor.
Okay,
You guys
whatever.
went to the armpit.
Armor and armor.
Anyway,
similar words.
That's
Armor
true.
pit.
Yeah, I think that's
The armor pit. The armor pit's a badass name. I'm gonna
armor
use
pit.
that.
That
Oh,
would
that's
be
the
a
name
thing.
of an armor store.
That's the next adventure.
The armor
But-
store. Where you
No,
can
the
buy-
armor pit where you have to fight infinite waves of reanimated
animated
armor.
armor.
Yeah. So,
But there's just a whole lot of hair on the top of it.
oh, gross.
Armpit, come on. All right.
Anyway, you take the book and holding it in one hand, you then place this lump of dough on the cover, and it starts to shudder. And Elmer sort of leans forward and rests his head on his hands, like he's excited to see your first time in like experiencing this weird magic thing. But as the dough starts to change and take shape, it turns into a rock.
A rock. Uh-oh. So does that mean it was a book on geology?
Okay, I'll have you know that chickens will eat rocks in order to
It's very
grind
sharp.
up food and digest it.
It's very sharp.
That's a
There's a lot of sharp
risk
edges.
I'm willing to take.
You need to chew it.
So does that mean I have to eat it in order to understand
Okay,
what's in the book?
can we get...
Am I allowed to?
Does somebody have a warhammer?
Am I allowed to dismantle a pastry in order, and will it still work?
No.
It's a rock.
If you, okay,
What do you
so
mean dismantle?
listen. Dismantle this pastry. I'm going to remove this bolt from it and then take off this section.
No.
Okay,
I
let
meant,
me
like,
explain how
grind
this
up
works.
The rock
Let me
into a
explain how this
powder.
works. If you did that, all the information would be incredibly jumbled because the form it takes and the contents
Okay.
of it are the information taking a physical, eatable shape. Chewing it absorbs it into your head, and then you just get the information.
So I
But
have to eat this rock.
if you want to know what's in it. And it's a sharp rock, and you feel it just feels bad looking at it.
Well, what comes in handy here is from my mysterious past. You'll
You-
learn that I have no
You
teeth.
used to be a rock eater.
So
From-
you double can't chew this.
No, I can't.
Actually,
because I have no
before
teeth to lose.
before any of you consider eating a rock, Elmer leans over his desk, snatches it off the book, and starts looking at it. No, I'm keeping this thing. You guys?
Oh,
I'm
well,
keeping
no,
book or
that's
the-
theft.
the book-
That
No,
is
it isn't.
straight up theft.
No, I want my money back.
The book or the rock?
You can have your money back.
Wait,
he
so the-
actually waves a hand, and you mentally think, I have 100 Elmer points back.
Wait, so
They
the
take
book
the-
and the rock are two different things?
Yeah, okay. It
Okay.
doesn't like absorb the It doesn't absorb the
Okay.
physical thing. It just makes a copy in pastry form
Wait, did he
or
take-
rock form in this case.
Did he take the book or the rock?
He takes the rock.
So the book, we still have the book, and it still has the information in it. Now it's just
Yeah.
in a copy in the form of a pastry rock.
I'm gonna
So-
buy...
Is it a brioche-shaped pastry rock, or
It's
is
just
it?
what is a brioche? It's
Is
just
it
a
like
rock.
an
It's a
egg
lumpy
pastry?
rock. Okay, listen. Just I'd like to explain what happens.
You're the one that made this into a pastry thing.
He looks at you all and says, "I'm actually very interested in how the hell you made this happen because this is a rock."
Can we get it?
Yeah.
And then we say, we'll tell you if you give us 10,000
I don't
gold
care.
pieces.
I don't care. I don't care about that book. I don't care about what you have to offer me.
Do-
What I do care about is the effect that it had on this thing. I've
you-
never seen this before.
Hold on, do you have anything that you could possibly use to ingest that?
I do, actually. I have a lot of spells. I have a lot of friends I can feed it.
Okay.
Okay, so do we have...
Actually, I'm
So
going
what
to
do
do
you
that
want
now.
in exchange for that?
You don't have to pay for that because honestly, you're not getting any use out of the pastry now.
I turn to
But I'm trying to understand what's in the book.
and I say,
Yeah, we want to know what's in the book.
Well, I'll tell. You know what? Let's all figure it out
A
now.
lot of red herrings.
Elmer claps twice, and to the side, a small rock-skinned creature appears. It doesn't look that smart, but it sort of hobbles over. It's like at your knee level, Rurik. It's very small.
It's trying its best.
It's very small. It sort of waddles on over.
Gus's face. He had a
He
look
looks-
of bewilderment.
What? Smaller than me, a dwarf? But this thing waddles on over, and Elmer says, "Upsies!" And then it opens its mouth, and then he drops the rock into its mouth. And it sort of stares blankly at your ankles, and then starts to speak. I saw. And it only gets within 2 words before its eyes and tongue melt.
Oh. So, who wants to try eating it next?
This creature starts.
So the creature ate the rock?
The creature ate the rock,
So
chewed
can
it
we
up.
eat the creature? In order to get the information?
Well, it's turning into
He's a bird. I think you could eat it. Is it like a worm creature?
You can't just eat people to gain their knowledge.
Devour your foes to gain their
I was about to
knowledge.
eat a pastry to gain knowledge in a book.
wait,
That's
doesn't mean I
absurd.
don't get their knowledge?
It's a magic
I've been doing
pastry.
it all wrong this whole time.
It's okay. Let me clear some stuff up first.
Fennel knows some shit.
Why is it that I feel so much smarter after I eat pudding cups then?
Because you've made a smart choice in snacking.
Alright.
But it's
snacking.
it's a magic pastry. This small sub-troll thing just died horribly violently. You think that if you were a flesh man and ate that rock, you would have experienced something similar.
Safe to assume.
Yeah. And Elmer, instead of being horrified by this small creature, which was obviously alive, he did not summon this. He had it working in his, under his employ somewhere, and he just teleported it over. Instead of being horrified, he claps again and is very excited. Ooh, this is a nice mystery. Would you like to sell me that book?
Well, we
I
can
think-
tell you where we
I
got
mean-
it.
I feel like the most responsible course of action here would be to keep it for us.
Okay.
Like,
If you want to be poor.
I'm just saying.
If you want to live in poverty.
I'm just saying, the actions that you specifically have taken throughout these course of events have not made me trust you at all.
That's fair. That's fair.
I
I wouldn't trust you with any business decisions because you're all putzes.
Are you Elmer now?
I'm Elmer, yes.
He's
Wait.
been,
Did you ask me that?
He is Elmer and everyone else in this
I'm
fantasy
trying to figure out how I
adventure.
could punch
I'm
him in
Elmer,
the
I'm-
throat.
If you listen,
Why?
What is going on? I'm so confused.
it maybe if you paid attention and drank less.
No, that's not the case. This is just a little convoluted. So,
Okay.
so we're
I have
buying
to-
things from this
Oh
guy,
my god. Yes, you were.
and I
Bought a thing.
I bought a thing.
Tried to use it.
Tried
It
to
did
use it.
something it shouldn't have been able to do.
didn't work.
Elmer was interested. Made a guy come over who was obviously alive. Made him eat the thing.
He died.
He died violently. Elmer, not horrified, was very excited and wanted to buy the book from you. Simon made the executive decision of no.
Yeah, not really. No thanks.
Okay.
Well,
And
I-
if you want to attack Elmer, I will warn you.
I don't want to attack Elmer. I just want to know what's going on.
Okay.
Uh,
He's
I'm a
level
cleric.
20.
I'm a man of peace.
I sorry, I started, blah, blah.
I know.
Rurik starts shaking his face.
No, but, I tell him,
well, I can certainly tell you where we got it. It was quite an interesting place and very magic-y, and you might recognize
Okay,
it.
I'm gonna stop for a second. It was the exact opposite of magic.
It was anti-magic.
Remember, the magic people couldn't go in.
Yeah.
No magic effect could enter that room.
That may give your mind a puzzle.
Okay, where is it?
Oh, well, it's gone now.
A while back,
Seriously?
Yeah, it's gone.
Is he trying to is your small friend trying to trick me?
now if you'll let me explain.
I won't, because you just started to lie, and then your friend called you out on it, and then you started to try to lie again, I'm guessing.
So back in the town Parik,
Where?
You
I
wouldn't
don't
know
know.
it. It's like a
Down
shithole.
Okay, great. So you're telling me this thing came from a place I don't know, and it isn't there anymore, and...
Yeah, that
So,
pretty much sums it up.
I explain. Hey, I give him directions to Parik, and I say,
We were in the mines.
I mean, you could just say it's like down the road 50 feet. Or not 50 feet, like a mile or two.
I tell him that, and then I say,
we had a mine back there that we used to work in. Not very good mine. But one day...
As you're talking, his eyes somehow become even more glassy looking.
So we went into our mine shaft.
Okay, I didn't want your life story. Just like, is it in the mine? Is it... Which
Well,
shaft is it?
It was in the mine.
It appeared, but for some reason, it wasn't there when we came back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Had
Well,
many fancy runes and a big scary thing in it.
Yeah.
okay. I'm gonna keep a lookout for fancy, scary rune things. But I really don't care enough to go to wherever you're talking about. You can leave now.
and I walk out.
Thank you for listening, Dwarf. I like you.
So, is there something in this part that we're supposed to retain? Like the little animal guy that died in Elmer's interest in the effect the book's contents had on him?
Okay, let me just explain some stuff for you, who has
Please.
apparently become our first listener for this episode. So, what I want you to take from
Hi,
this
my name
is...
is Chuck.
Okay, not
Long
caller.
time ago.
Keep going,
First
please.
Okay, sorry if I'm being a jerk.
No, I'm just trying to understand what's going on.
Okay. You come in, this is a very weird place. Elmer is a weird guy. He is more interested in understanding magic than he is anything moral. He is still pretty cheerful. You watched a creature die as it tried to absorb the knowledge that you have in the book you have. And I guess Simon bought a sword.
Probably has the knowledge on the thing that killed the gods. I'm calling it right now.
Ooh, it's making some.
I'm making a
Is that
why
your...
it turned into
a
stone?
prediction.
No, the creature was already stone.
Yeah.
It was a...
No, the pastry.
Oh.
All right, I'm gonna buy another one of those pastries and
Okay.
leave.
So you take away all of your Elmer points
Buy Elmer.
and 50 of your
Credit.
gold.
Okay, that's erased.
And erased.
Wait, did I spend 50 of my gold too?
No, he gave you the money back because you showed him a new thing.
Okay.
So now I'm at 35 GP. All right, I'm gonna leave.
All right, Amadonus, do you also leave?
You're taking the pastry with you and not using it on a book.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that seems to be the cat.
If you want to kill another small rock man, you can do that. Elmer would probably be into it.
Different.
Also, how big was the rock?
The
About the
rock
size
that was
of a
made with the
brioche.
thing.
Yeah.
It's like a quiche.
What is with you and brioches? It was about the size of my fist, which is fairly
Your
large.
fist. He has a very large fist.
Yeah.
Um,
If it had been made of bread, it would have been pretty good.
I
Yeah.
get back onto the.
Yeah, I'm
the-
leaving too. I guess we're all going together because we're a team, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and if you left without him, Amadonus would be stuck inside this guy's weird room thing.
I get back in the driver's seat of the wagon.
I'm there too.
Okay,
But I'm
so
gonna
you
be in the back
leave.
of the wagon, taking
Now,
it
this
with
is the
us.
last thing you're going to do for this. Okay, well, while I explain what's happening, I guess my father's going to go pee. This-
end of the wagon.
As you guys travel, you uncomfortably try to avoid looking behind you. Is this a D12? Which one's a D12?
D12 is the weird one. This one, that one.
Okay, so,
Goblin Highwayman.
no.
Okay.
This is the time where we decide what random encounter you guys get.
Oh, nice. Roll the random encounter dice. Spin the wheel.
You roll a 1.
That means we all die.
The end.
You roll a 1. You all disintegrate.
I mean, that
Not
sometimes
really.
happens.
Not really. I'm not that kind of dick. I'm a different kind, but not that.
Yeah.
So as you were traveling, as you round a corner, you suddenly see a man standing in the middle of the road.
Oh.
He is wearing a fairly normal-looking suit of armor, holding a pretty average sword. He has a bag of holding wrapped on his shoulder.
Okay.
He is white. He has blue eyes, blonde hair, and he's staring sort of blankly, and it's pretty obvious he hasn't been moving. Hail and well met,
Is what he says.
is what he says as he sees you guys come around.
Yo! How's it going?
He doesn't respond to you.
Oh.
Greetings.
Hey there, how's it going, dwarf?
Good. What are you doing on the road?
I've been sitting here looking for an adventuring party. You guys need a third?
Yeah, I'm an adventurer. Hello?
My eyes.
Me?
He
narrow.
doesn't
there's
notice
3 of
Simon.
us.
He does not. Everything you're doing, he doesn't even react.
I wave my feathers, in front of his face.
I narrow my eyes from my wagon seat.
Okay.
I wave my arms.
Amadonus wakes up because he was taking a nap in the back of the
wakes up
wagon.
from his trance.
I had to pee
From
first
his
and then I took a
fugue
nap.
state.
Really brief nap.
Amadonus, taking a whiz, then felt incredibly tired from the effort and passed out.
I told you I have a dark past.
A dark past of having an incredibly dangerous bladder?
Yep.
Every time I pee,
It really takes it out of me.
the piss. Okay, let's stop being gross. So, to bring you up to speed, there's a
What
weird...
happened?
To bring you up to speed.
To bring you up to speed, Chuck, there is a strange guy who looks very generic with a sword, armor, a bag of holding, and...
He is most likely racist.
You don't...
Wait, he has a
maybe.
bag of holding and a sword?
Yes.
Are those the things that we got? No, we didn't get the bag
You
of
didn't...
holding.
Okay, the
I
swords
thought maybe
and...
he was like a doppelganger. or
No.
something.
Swords and bags of holding are fairly common items. I mean, bags of holding aren't really common, but they exist. And they're known.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So,
You guys need a third?
There's 3 of us already. Thanks. Yep,
That's how math works.
1, 2, 3.
You guys... Do you want to say something to me?
I don't recognize the flaw in his math, and I say, "Oh, what?"
That's right. He's not
Great!
very bright.
I love that! I love that!
He's not
I
very
love
bright.
that character choice!
That's right. There are 2.
I don't recognize the flaw in his math.
And I say, "What brings?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Oh, what brings you looking for an adventuring party?
I just really want to get out there, see the world, and get lots of items and things.
Well, we're doing that, so hop on in.
Items.
He starts walking towards the wagon.
I
But
start
as
aggressively trying to get his attention.
he does not notice.
Like, I am waving in front of him. I am jumping around. I'm, yelling in his ear.
As you do, the horses start getting a
Does
little
he not
uncomfortable.
recognize bird people?
Is it gonna be like we end up that we're
Please
the only?
explain. Please let me explain.
Okay.
The horses are getting
When
uncomfortable.
do we get to roll our dice again?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here's a new rule. You're not allowed to drink during these because you're kind of a dick.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. The horses are getting uncomfortable, and Simon, your Vorbag, is kind of growling.
Oh no! All right, I'm just gonna crawl onto his shoulders.
As you get close, his armor suddenly jumps up and starts trying to attack you.
Jumps
Okay.
up. Was he
His armor
wearing
got
it?
him.
Let me explain this because as Simon gets close, you guys realize what's happening. This is a bunch of mimics on a doppelganger.
I see.
Really?
See, I knew there was a doppelganger
Oh, and that's why he didn't recognize
That's why
me.
he can't see you.
Okay.
thing. Because what?
Because the Vorbag is a mimic and it's exuding a pheromone that makes him invisible to mimics so that they don't prey on the same creature.
Oh, okay.
Didn't really do much because I attracted their
Wait. Did you
I
guys know that?
Actually, wait, yeah. As you do that,
Is that like a common thing?
no. This is a thing I made up for this.
Okay.
So you jump over and it doesn't actually move, but then it tries to eat one of the horses. So his clothes are trying to eat one of the horses, and he reverts back to his true form, which is a gangly, purple-skinned, featureless creature. His sword is a real sword, but he drops it because he prefers hand-to-hand.
It's a mimic sword.
No, it's not. It was just a
He's
sword.
got to
Clang,
have one
clang.
of those.
He
Somebody
can
should pick
complete
that
the
up.
set. He's got a mimic sword. He
Yeah.
can complete the set.
It's true.
Oh, well, yeah, sure, I guess. But then
Ah.
the bag just sort of shuffles and falls off because it's a bag of devouring and it doesn't have a lot of locomotion.
Bag of devouring. Those things are scary. Don't
Yeah.
touch that.
Yeah, it's a mimic. It's a mimic bag.
I mean, I can touch it.
No.
Yeah, he can
He
actually
can.
because it's the Vorbag.
It's so many hormones.
Not hormones, pheromone.
Pheromones. Another thing.
You're blasting it with estrogen.
Okay. So
Pizza's here. Pause the recording.
Yeah, see ya in a
This
second.
fight will happen afterwards.
The bag of sustenance has arrived.
The bag of sustenance.
Let me get to the right icon here.
Start.
We're back.
And hold on,
Hey.
the votes are in. Yes, the award for least professional podcast goes to the Blackheart King. Woo!
No
No,
one
I
is
don't know.
happy about
Have you
this.
listened to all the culture jumps?
I actually haven't.
I don't want to. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys get into initiative, but Simon, he will not... He gets disadvantage on saving throws against stuff you throw at him.
Nice.
I got a 19 initiative.
Alright.
Woo. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what I get. It's a 7.
Okay.
I have a 16.
Okay. So, gonna be Rurik, then Amadonus, then the Doppelganger, then Simon.
Nice.
So, Rurik, you're first up.
So you say there's mimic armor attacking the horse?
Yeah. Sorry for pausing, I'm eating pizza. There is, but it isn't focused on any of you, and you could probably... And it has, like, 12 HP.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna just let it eat a horse. We need those.
You can't do that.
I can't let that happen.
Oh, I can't let that happen.
I go, get off the beast, and I pull out my great axe, and then I just like jump off the wagon
Okay,
seat.
but you're gonna have to roll against the horse's AC, because this thing's covering it.
Oh,
It's trying to swallow the horse's whole.
I thought it was like chewing.
No, it's trying to swallow one of the horses.
Yeah.
How big is this thing?
It's stretching out.
You know, like mimics do.
So I'm gonna hurt the horse if I swing at it.
Yeah, but the horse has been, like, for some reason, it's just kind of standing stock still, and you... Do you have any sort of animal stuff?
I have animal handling.
Okay, you know that mimics have a toxin that makes... a paralytic toxin.
Ah,
So the horse will take... The horse isn't going to freak out and run away, but it's still going to take some damage.
but if I hit him, that would be bad.
I
You
mean,
can
I'd
pull
rather,
the mimic off.
I'd rather have a hurt horse than a dead horse. Just saying, Gus.
I
No, okay, wait. You don't have to attack. You can pull it off.
All right, I do that. I grapple it. I grapple the mimic that will paralyze me.
The stinger thing for it's facing inward, so you don't have to worry about getting paralyzed.
Mm-hmm.
Roll
Strength check.
Roll a strength check, yeah.
That's a good one. 10.
Any modifier?
Modifier.
That was with the modifier.
Oh, okay. It rolled a 6.
Nice.
So you yank it off and throw it to the ground, and it screams because in this throwing motion, it broke the stinger for it, and you've basically doomed it to starve to death.
Nice.
And then it sort of tries to slink away, but you know that it's going to die eventually.
Yeah.
So the horse is fine, still kind of locked in place, and you can see it's bleeding from a small hole on its front left leg, but it's fine.
Wait, so is it just one mimic for all of the armor, or is it like a mimic?
It was
for...
all of the armor.
Okay. So it's not
Amadonus, it's your turn.
What's the dilemma?
Um,
Well, I know there was like the mimic attacking a horse.
There's a doppelganger.
There's a doppelganger who is a freakish purple monster man who is going to try and kill all of you and take your identities.
Take our identities.
All three of our identities.
That's what doppelgangers do.
He's pretty skilled. He can manage.
Okay.
I'm kidding. He couldn't actually.
He's all three of us at the same time.
But you're all very thin.
We just tell he would just tell everyone that he's in a 3-person huddle constantly.
So is the doppelganger evil?
Yeah.
It's hostile.
I mean, yeah, evil is
So
kind of
can I-
subjective.
Oh wait, that's detect, not deflect.
You also have an axe.
Yeah.
So is it a solid thing? I have a dagger and a crossbow light.
Dude, It's a solid physical object that means you harm and can bleed.
Okay. Well, I have been using magic thus far, and I haven't really used my melee weapons. So I'm going to. I can't use them both at the same time, can I?
No.
No, I don't know how to handle that, so just use one.
All right. I'm going to use the crossbow light.
Okay.
When did you get a crossbow?
What?
You had a sling.
At the beginning,
No, you had a sling.
I had a sling.
Is that the old character sheet?
No, it's the latest one because I made it a PDF, and so I wouldn't mess up.
Okay.
Because I remember us. I
There
remember
was a
the
sling, and
conversation.
was there a crossbow and a sling?
No, you had a hand axe and a sling. I don't
I
remember
thought there
a
was a
dagger.
That was a battle axe and a sling.
Yeah, battle axe.
Okay, I'm going to use the battle axe on this guy.
All right.
Okay. What damage does that do again?
Oh geez. Find equipment. Let's see.
You roll d20 first to determine if you hit.
Yeah.
Plus your strength modifier.
Strength.
Actually, whatever.
Okay.
Your
Like-
strength.
I have a 3 plus 3, 6.
Not enough.
Ooh.
You swing your axe for his head, but he shapeshifts it out of the way, and the top of his head shifts back like a slot machine.
Okay.
Nice.
Now it's the doppelganger's turn, and he's going to stretch one of his limbs to swing at Rurik.
How far away is he? Oh, I guess he.
It
walked
doesn't
up.
matter, he can shapeshift his arms.
Is he like Zappelli?
No, it's not like he can't stretch, he can't like do it slightly, it's like he's whipping his weird flesh out at you. He rolled a 14.
I have an armor class of 14, so it hits.
Mm-hmm. And he does 1 damage. So he just kind of to continue with the theme of slapping, his arm shoots across the road, stops it like the elasticity basically runs out just as he reaches you, and his hand reaches out, smacks you right in the cheek.
No.
And his arm returns, and then he attacks again because he has a multi-attack.
Ooh.
He shoots his other arm out, hits an 18,
Nice.
Hits.
and rolled a 3. This time he punches you in the jaw.
He stepped into it this time.
Yeah. So now it's
Go.
Simon's turn.
Nice. So it's safe to say that he's not focused on me.
He doesn't know you're there.
Cool. I'm gonna pick up the bag of devouring,
I can have more pizza, right?
Okay.
I
and
can have more.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I'm gonna introduce it to my gore bag.
Don't mix interdimensional spaces.
What?
Don't mix interdimensional spaces. That's a dangerous thing.
Okay. Well, I
It's a
wasn't.
problem.
It literally opens a.
I wasn't going to. I was just going to introduce them to each other.
You hold them up to each other. The bag of devouring does nothing because it thinks that you think it's a real bag.
It's not.
Yeah, it just fills 2 hands on it, and it's like, I gotta stiffen up. Gotta be a bag.
Gotta be a proper bag.
Gotta be a bag.
And your vor bag like kind of like extends one of its clips and pokes it to try and see why it's stopped moving.
Oh no.
Aw, he's shy.
And then your eager blade stabs it.
What? No.
Your eager blade forms like a blade out of the like quarterstaff you're holding and stabs it.
Eager blade, no.
It thought you were actually considering using the bag of devouring.
I appreciate it, Eager Blade, but I was gonna have a nice little family. Just gonna make a family.
mimic of
It can't hear you.
I just
It
mixed.
doesn't have ears.
I say all of this.
I'm
Eager
glad-
Blade, no.
I'm glad
I
that
was gonna make
nobody.
a family.
I'm glad that nobody heard what I just said because I goofed up a sentence. I goofed it up.
Okay.
Oh wow, Gus goofed up a sentence.
You can
I'm
listen
sorry.
through- You can listen through the recording and find out what I said wrong.
Okay.
And if you reassemble the syllables, you find a secret message.
Cool. So I guess the bag of devouring.
Use
is
your
dead.
Blackheart King decoder ring.
So I guess the bag of devouring is dead.
Your decoding Blackheart ring. Anyway, yeah, the bag of devouring is murdered super hardcore.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the dude bro. The
doppelganger?
Yeah, that word. And I'm gonna whap him with my eager blade turned rad quarterstaff.
All right.
So I'm rolling a 4.
Doesn't do it.
Nah.
The eager blade, a little tired from its impromptu murder session,
I'm just not feeling it.
smacks against the side of his head, and he glances to the left where you hit him, doesn't see anything, and then looks back to get back to the action. Rurik, it's your turn.
Thing punched me in the face, so I get mad.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
real
it's about like 12 feet away from you. Just so
sure
you know.
am peeved.
So
Okay.
I just start screaming after it punches me, Ah!
Does this mean
And then
that
I jump off the wagon and run straight at it.
Okay.
And I'm raging now.
So what does that mean?
Means I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. None of those matter right now. When I make a melee attack weapon using strength, I gain a bonus to damage that is equal to 2 right now.
Okay.
And I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Okay.
So I run up, give him a wallop with my great axe.
I mean, I don't think great axes are generally known for walloping.
Yeah, I think they naturally swooshing. They're drawn to swooshing, not wallop.
So I go straight down the middle on this time, not for the knees.
Okay.
And I rolled a hit, and I get a. I rolled that one.
Rurik, you are enraged. You are pumped. You feel adrenaline coursing through every fiber of your being. You rush forward, fire burning through your blood, and you swing your axe with as much force as you can,
Do I
and
just
then trip
throw
on
it?
a fucking rock.
Oh.
You stumble, axe wobbling in your hands. Your brain, which is so filled with rage that you can't even comprehend that you fucked up, headbutt him in the gut ineffectively.
He's like
and
a shark. He just goes blind.
You've gone blind with bloodlust, and that means that you're very bad at moving.
Dwarves have a second inner eyelid that closes whenever they get angry.
Anyway, yeah, you don't do anything.
I just fall over.
You headbutt him in the stomach, and he looks down at you.
Do I fall over?
You don't fall over, but
Oh.
all that build up, and then
I was afraid the weight of my great axe would be too much, and I accidentally threw it.
Oh, I'm not gonna force you to throw even more of your axes. That
Not
hasn't
yet.
turned out very well. The first time you lost it, the second time it kind of bounced off a guy's head, right? I don't remember what I described.
Dinked off the side of his head.
It dinked.
Cool.
When it should have donked.
So what now?
It's Amadonus' turn.
Okay.
Yeah?
I'm going to make a turn.
I'm making a turn now. I am turning because I'm going to use my.
I'm going to engage in an action
I'm going to.
on my turn in Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm going to use my sling this time.
Okay, that's 1d. That roll your, like, if you hit
What am I swinging at?
the doppelganger.
Well, we still haven't taken this thing down.
No, because you guys haven't heard it yet.
How many health points does it have?
You don't get to know.
We don't get to know. All right. Let me think.
You can
Then
ask
I want to use my Thunder Wave.
Okay, what does that do?
I'm gonna look it up.
How does it resist?
Thunderwave, it's a strength check. Let me just.
Okay. That's a 19.
That probably most likely beats it.
I'm just gonna say it beats it.
It'd be hard to.
Does
That
it have a
means
range?
He's gonna. Yeah. I was
If
gonna.
Thunderwave is like
I had this
just
up
like
on my
5 feet
app.
surrounding you, so it's
Okay,
like
does it also hit people near the target?
A wave of thunderous force sweeps out from you. Each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must take a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you.
Rurik, you're gonna have to make that
On a
throw.
successful save... Wait, because he's close?
Because yeah.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't do that because I don't want to
Well-
damage one of my...
You don't want to murder him or the horses.
I have a high con, and I'm mad.
But the horses.
The horses are that close?
Yeah.
In 15 feet?
Yeah, within 15
What if I
feet.
run 20 feet away?
It was just trying to eat the horses. It's pretty close.
No, its clothes were.
Okay.
It's close
Fine.
work. See. Let's see. Then, if I'm not going to use Thunder Wave,
Inflict wounds is
Magic
a really good
Missile also
spell.
works.
Inflict Wounds.
Yeah,
What?
that's a
Magic
great
Missile
idea.
also works.
Inflict wounds is a good spell.
What? Which one?
Inflict wounds. Which I'm gonna guess is the opposite of Cure Wounds.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow, just... You could really fuck with somebody. Just place one hand on their shoulder casting Cure, place one on their other shoulder casting Inflict.
Make melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. On a hit, the target takes 3d10 necrotic damage.
Necrotic.
Sure. At higher levels.
Okay, you're not at higher levels.
I'm not at higher levels.
So
what
roll.
do I do?
Roll a
Do that.
melee
Roll
attack.
to hit, yeah.
Is that this one?
That's not a D... Is that a D20?
This is the 20.
This is a 20. Yeah, that's a 20.
Okay.
And then +2, that's a 7.
7.
That does not do it. You reach out to touch it, and it dodges your hand. It's
The end.
the end of that interaction.
It's slurping around.
Okay? It just made 2 more attacks, this time on Amadonus. The first was a 1, so its arm kind of doesn't return back to it when it misses the swing, and its forearm is now draped over Rurik's head kind of awkwardly, but with the other one, it rolled a 15. What's your AC?
It's mine what?
Your
AC.
AC.
It's on your front page. Your AC is
What does AC stand for?
12.
Armor class.
Okay. Armor class is 12.
All right, so he hits, and he rolls for damage a 3.
So that means I get 3 points off my
Yes.
health. Okay.
He uppercuts you in the jaw, and you take 3 damage.
Oh wait, I have 6 then.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That part
now
I get.
it's Simon's turn.
Coolio.
Are you going to be the first to damage this guy?
Boy, I sure hope so.
Boy, howdy.
All right, I'm gonna try another whap with my eager quarterstaff. 7, but I'm proficient in quarterstaves, so that would be +4.
+4.
So
Still not enough.
what?
Okay, because I don't want this thing to kill you guys. I'm
Right now
gonna-
it's +2.
Okay.
That's even worse,
Yeah.
because I don't want this thing to kill you guys. I'm going to give you the option of, instead of doing that, perhaps using a spell.
Do I have spell slots?
Yeah, okay, you guys have
mean,
been traveling on the road for a few hours. You all had rest. Did I
Well-
not mention that?
Short rests aren't enough to redo spell slots. I think. I'm pretty
At
sure.
this, okay, I'm going to say it was long enough to do that.
Okay, so is that
8
one spell slot or
hours.
both?
You can use one spell slot. You have your... Okay, listen.
Okay.
For the start of this encounter, you guys have just all your spells and stuff back.
Okay then. I
Keep in mind, this is very close to your 2 friends
am going
and the horses.
to cast
A spell.
a spell
I'm going to cast a spell on this guy.
that is called
Drum roll, please.
Sleep.
Okay.
That's a level 1 spell?
Yes.
Sleep roll.
This spell sends a creature into a magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of a point you choose within range are affected in ascending order of their current hit points,
There's just
ignoring unconscious
Hey,
creatures.
yeah, there are you guys.
Yeah, so you're gonna send us to sleep.
Starting with the creature that has the lowest current hit points, each creature affected by this spell falls unconscious until the spell ends. The sleeper takes damage. Until the spell ends, the sleeper takes damage, or someone uses an action to shake or slap the sleeper awake. Is it
Okay.
safe to assume that I am immune to this effect?
I'm going to say,
Okay.
I am not, and I have 6 hit points.
Well, I can wake you up. So.
But I'll lose my rage. I won't be angry anymore if I get a good nap.
Well, it doesn't matter. It'll be asleep, and we can kill it.
If you roll enough.
So
points.
that's a 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 3 plus 7, looking better, plus 2.
So that is...
So 1
5,
Plus
7,
1,
So-
14, plus 3.
Yeah,
plus
14.
5, 7, 14.
It does not send this thing to sleep.
Gee whiz.
Wait, how much health do the horses have? Do they have less health than me?
They have more health than you, but...
I have 6 hit points.
Yeah. How much do you have, Amadonus?
Health points?
Yeah, hit points.
6 left.
Okay, Amadonus, Rurik, you conk the fuck out. You
Because
both...
because of that?
Yes, you both fall over fast asleep, and the doppelganger, confused because it was pretty sure it didn't do that.
My bad. Oh, wait. But you know how opossums, they play dead when they feel danger?
Yeah, you know what? The
And
doppelganger assumes you guys are trying to trick it, and it backs away from your sleeping forms, and before starting to slowly snake its stretch arms over to try and search your pockets for valuables.
Nice.
Now, Simon, you get an attack of opportunity on this thing.
Nice. Okay. Take 2.
Take 2! Take 3! This is the 3rd time!
I am going to
Quarterstaff.
cast...
You can't spell on an attack of opportunity.
Oh, alright. Fine.
I mean, he could do whatever the fuck he wants.
I
It
guess
doesn't
you're
know
right.
he's there.
Yeah. Am I technically in combat right now?
Yes.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's like he can't see him.
That's a nat
But
20.
he's
Okay, nat
he's
20.
attacked back.
Now, what's your damage dice for that usually?
I mean, it depends on the weapon.
What's
Since
the
this
quarters?
is-
Okay, that's 1d10, right?
Yeah.
You do 2d10.
Nice. So that's 1d10, which is 5, plus 2d10, which is 10. 15.
Okay, so
Nice rolls.
you slap this thing. Okay, honestly, I'm just gonna say that's enough to kill it because otherwise this fight would be this thing takes damage, it's confused. You swing again, this thing takes damage, it's confused.
What's going on?
So yeah, you swing your quarterstaff and using
Let's just
your
say
eager
that I
blade.
smack it to death.
Yeah, you beat this thing to death. It doesn't understand what's happening. It's confused. It's scared. It dies.
The end.
You leave its battered corpse on the road. Oh man, that's dark.
Yeah.
So now that this encounter is over, you have your 2 friends sleeping on the ground, one slightly paralyzed horse,
Cool.
and a mimic cloak slinking off somewhere to starve quietly.
Okay.
Oh, and one dead bag of devouring.
Oh. Well, actually, when bags of devouring have a puncture in their flesh, they just kind of just fall apart and die and disintegrate.
Yes, it's dead.
Yeah, but
I said it's dead.
it falls apart.
It's
Okay,
And
you're gonna be picking off strings of devouring off you for a while.
no. Okay. Now the question is, do I want to wake up my companions?
Do you?
That's a good question.
I'm in my sitting
Is-
room.
Was
Otherwise you're gonna have
the
to drag us with your bird
The way that
onto the wagon.
the way that Rurik is sleeping is.
And every once in a while, you
He
hear,
snores with an accent.
No, he snores with his.
did the doppelganger have any loot on him?
No, it's naked.
Okay.
every once in a while when
It's
you
naked.
Yeah,
It's
the
doppelganger,
the
it's
clothes it had that weren't the
Were
other
part of its
mimic
flesh.
were just its flesh
it's
shaped
just
like clothing.
it's a featureless humanoid body.
A featureless purple monster thing.
But every once in a while when you hear me sleeping, you hear
Grumble, grumble.
Rabble, grabble, grabble, grabble.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna wake up my broskies by just
Alright.
smacking them in the face.
when you wake me up, I punch you straight in the face. Where am I?
Okay, make an attack roll
Wow.
with disadvantage.
That was
Yeah, because
8.
you're prone.
I got an 8.
That doesn't beat
Plus.
my armor class.
Sure. I that was equals a 13, but
Okay, yeah, that beats my armor class.
Okay, roll one.
Wait, no, but disadvantage.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Roll unarmed damage.
That is 3.
Thanks, Gus.
you
Guess I'm at 5 health now.
Where am I?
Rurik, you wake up, punch him in the beak, and Simon stumbles back like, why?
Wow. Thanks, Dick.
Where are they?
And Amadonus, you're watching this like,
I'm so groggy from the sleep attack.
from all the booze.
Yes.
So
Told you I
yeah,
have a dark past.
you are left with a beaten to death doppelganger, which Simon abused his invisibility to mimics to brutalize. Simon just does fucked up shit.
You were abusing the corpse.
Simon has a weird sense of morality.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's a corpse, and you can choose to leave, or you can stay and rest for a while. This is pretty much the end of this session.
Wait, didn't we just wake up?
You did just wake up.
Yeah, but I
from
don't think it was long
magically
enough to
induced.
feel refreshed.
Yeah, magically induced non-consensual sleep.
It's probably like,
Oh, good. Sleep.
well, thanks
Oh
for
my.
making it sound like that.
No.
That sounded kind of
Stop.
rapey. All right.
Well, we were trying to avoid
I-
saying that.
Rurik looks around and he's like, where are they?
They're gone. They are no longer here. End of story.
They are still here. The corpse is in the middle of the road.
Their life essence is no longer here.
Oh,
What you can define as them isn't here anymore because I killed them.
Oh, it's here and there.
There's someone with eager blade. There's someone in my boots.
I don't wear boots.
What happened when I
Someone in my
fell
weird
asleep?
talons.
That's a mystery that will remain unsolved.
It's a mystery. Not even I know.
No
Well-
idea how that happened. I don't know. Maybe it was the what do we call it? The doppelganger that did that.
The purple man.
And because it couldn't see me, I wasn't affected.
I go to the horse. Rurik goes to the horse.
Okay.
Not Gus,
You
Rurik.
and Rurik go to the horse.
Sounds good.
Rurik and his stand, Gus.
I inspect the horse that was stung.
It is confused. It is staring at you. It's only the eyes can move right now, and they're just like whirling around like.
I'm petting it. I go, oh, don't worry.
It would calm down if it could feel that. But
and then I find the puncture hole and I pull out the stinger.
the stinger's not stuck in it. Like it
Oh,
was.
so it's not like a bee.
It's not a bee because then it would be
I thought I
dead.
broke the stinger off.
You did. You broke the stinger when you threw it off. Like it landed on the stinger and it broke,
Oh,
and that's why
okay.
it's going to starve to death
Okay.
because it can't catch
Can I,
prey.
can I pick up the stinger?
You can, but it's an empty stinger.
Okay.
It's
Fine.
empty, all out of juice.
Yeah, the
It's
point,
all
like
out of paralyzed.
the toxin kind of leaked into the road, so it's just kind of there.
It's a shame.
It
I
paralyzed
say-
an earthworm.
Yeah.
Is it late in the day?
Yeah, it's getting pretty late.
Or I say, well, let's just bring our poor horse and we'll set.
There's
a
two
trap."
horses. The other one is weirdly calm.
I lead that one off and I leave the paralyzed one for Simon and Amadonus to
Help
figure out.
move.
Yeah, I'm too short to move a horse.
You're also the strongest person here.
I'm gonna
Just lift the horse over your head.
wait. How much strength do you have?
I have 17.
Oh yeah, that's a lot of strength.
I have 16.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Surprising.
I'm gonna cast Charm Person on
I'm
the
saying
horse.
that's surprising because, like, he's the fighter. He's the strength guy.
I'm gonna
I told you I
cast
had a
Charm
dark
Person
past.
on the horse to get it to calm down and like me. I want a horse friend.
Okay, you can fly.
Not yet.
You will. Okay, whatever. Fuck it. You just charm it. It's okay.
Nice.
It keeps nuzzling against you, and it's kind of uncomfortable.
I
It whispers in your ear, "I love you, Simon." And you kind of want to sleep in a tree tonight, so you don't have to get near it.
Do we have tents or bed rolls or?
There's
what?
some of those in the wagon.
Oh my gosh! I keep.
You turn into Alpha 5 from Power Rangers.
I
had
pull
a
out
timer set on my phone.
the tents.
Yeah,
The
you don't.
tents.
I'm not gonna make you go through this. You set up the tents. You
So,
rest.
tent. I get a nice fire cooking. Put some food on it. Warm it up.
You put 3 units of food on the fire and roast the food. Okay, so
Is the doppelganger toxic meat, or is that good? Is it good?
it's utterly tasteless.
But is it toxic?
No.
Let's fry up some doppelganger.
This is akin to killing somebody and eating them.
Yes.
Listen,
And your point?
Hey,
the
it's not-
doppelganger was an intelligent being. It wasn't just mimicking the ability to speak. It was a thinking, living
It's
being.
only
Well-
cannibalism if it's a bird person.
Yeah. Jeez.
When you go back to retrieve the corpse of your enemy, a wolf has dragged it away.
Oh. Can I track down the wolf and kill it?
When you go to look, a bear has dragged the wolf away. And when you go to look for that bear, oh shit, an even bigger bear.
Okay, I'm not gonna
I'm
get
gonna
into
keep going
that.
up this chain until we have to fight a dragon.
You fall in a hole and die. I'm kidding. So, I'd like to do an outro.
Okay.
So, as you sit around the campfire eating Rurik's food units, you discuss
Master
your
chef
route
here.
and what you're going to do. Your plan is to go to the Citadel on the mountaintop, which is a fairly famous city that was built a few years after the war ended, and you only heard about through the few people who still came to Parik with news, that was built in a cooperative effort between elves and dwarves after two cities that housed elves and dwarves separately were destroyed during the war. That place is going to have a lot of supplies. You may be able to get more people to help you.
More axes.
There's a lot of dwarves. There's a sizable
Your
dwarf
people. We're going to visit your people.
Yeah.
and elves.
And also elves.
And elves.
What about bird people?
There's a lot of people living in the city.
What about cleric people?
Cleric is not a
There's
race.
there's a few churches.
Isn't it a citadel? Wait, what's a citadel?
A city.
Oh. I thought it was like a
Fortress?
church thing. Yeah.
Well,
Something like
this
that.
is a city.
A churchy fortress.
It's a
fortress.
It's a fortified city with walls.
So it is controlled by the clerics.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Even if it was, you wouldn't be one of them.
Yeah.
But maybe somebody there in the city will be able to decipher this book and teach us how gods were killed.
Or something.
So, you guys just plan this out, and I'm gonna, set the scene here. As you're sitting around the campfire, the mental camera pulls out, showing the dark forest around you, and there's somebody watching, but you guys can't see that.
Okay. No metagaming. Wait a second. Are the three of us... Are we, trying to take on an army here? Is that
No,
what's
you're not
happening?
trying. Okay, so
We're gonna kill them one by one.
your plan is currently
some
to
guerrilla
go
warfare.
guerrilla warfare, murder the Blackheart King.
So we're basically trying to take on an entire army.
No, you're not
basically-
trying to fight the army. You're trying to kill the leader. You're
You
on an
get through.
assassination mission.
So we're going to do some industrial espionage.
Not this is normal espionage.
Okay,
So wait.
fantasy espionage.
It's just espionage.
Where
It's
is
a
the-
war.
where's
Fantasy
Blackheart
espionage.
King?
In the
the
capital
Citadel?
city of Kazmir.
I want to
So it's
go.
the capital city.
I just want to go to the capital to get my family back.
Okay.
And I have a dark past reason to go to the city.
And I'm a bird.
The capital city. So the Citadel is on the way to the capital city? Are we going the right direction?
Okay.
No?
Let me explain the route. You start at Parik.
Okay.
You go down the road. You meet Elmer. You meet the doppelganger. Murder the doppelganger. Now you're going to travel for a while longer, and nothing interesting will happen until you reach the mountain, which the Citadel is atop.
Okay. So
Then you'll leave the Citadel and go somewhere else, and that will continue the adventure.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So not necessarily the okay.
All right.
All right, well,
Okay.
that's the end of this session and the end of the Parik arc, I guess.
The Parik arc.
That was the Parik arc. Okay.
Ooh. Thanks
All right.
for tuning in, everybody. And
Sorry for all of the foibles and eating during the podcast and
What's a
But
foible?
that makes it real. A foible would be what?
a mistake.
Yeah,
Fuck up.
A goof?
a big bad.
Would
A
it be
goof 'em up.
a goof? I do goofs all the time.
Yeah, Gus is Goof King.
I'm the goof guy.
So that's what makes it interesting.
Goof Master. Goof Master Gussenheim.
Master Flash.
I'm not calling
He
him.
looked so happy
Gus
about
is
that.
ecstatic that I just called him Goof Master Gussenheim.
That's the perfect name.
It's the perfect name if you were some kind of German DJ. Hello, everybody, it's me, Goof Master Gussenheim.
Come on.
It's time to
I
get
feel like that's a little culturally insensitive.
to the Germans?
Yeah.
To the German
all DJs.
to the German DJ culture.
That's a thing.
It is, but I'm sure they know they have stupid names. If you're a German DJ and you're listening to our American Dungeons and Dragons podcast,
Your
produced in Columbus, Ohio,
Your
then
name
what
is
the fuck are you doing?
How did you get here?
How did you get here? What life path has brought you to this moment, my man? Or otherwise associated person?
Oh no.
The podcast is over.
This is it.
I mean, it's not over, just this episode.
This is it. No, this is the last episode. The end.
You're all eaten by that bear that ate the wolf. The end.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Unless you're
Sweet
watching this in the
dreams.
morning.
Hey,
Then good morning.
you can.
And if you're
some
watching-
people are nocturnal.
They're not even watching it. They're
Yeah.
listening.
Yeah.
They could watch it. We could put this on YouTube.
Good time of
Yeah.
day.
That's still not watching. There's no visual aspect.
We'll just have a screen that says "Welcome to the Blackheart King."
We could just put this over like stock footage of an ocean.
Would it be better if this were on like?
Why? There hasn't even been a body of water. What?
Would you rather we put it over stock footage of a mine?
Or a forest?
Will it be like at the end of every episode? It'll just be us like chatting.
I guess.
That's sort of what's happening now.
Yeah.
Welcome
so-
to the chat cat.
Would it be better if it was on YouTube?
I don't know.
Because we could make a YouTube channel so it's more accessible and easier to.
I mean,
Yeah,
or
sure.
we could
That
just-
that could work.
We could just do
easier to share.
multimedia, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it'll go on.
And
I'll do a separate Libsyn page for it, which is
Okay.
what our.
Let's
normal-
discuss these technical things after I do an outro.
I want the users.
Did you
I
already
want
do the outro?
listeners.
No, that was a story outro.
That was a
This
story
is-
outro.
This is a next time.
This is the
Next time on
next time
the
on.
Blackheart.
This is a people outro.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
This is
say
IRL.
some assorted random things.
Just gonna say some words.
Next time on the Blackheart King, we will be seeing some of Rurik's backstory,
Spoilers.
a Power Rangers thing, and you guys are going to learn how the gods died.
Oh,
All right, learning how the
Nice.
gods die.
I mean spoilers,
I
but
love
okay.
backstories, especially if they're my own.
That's the next arc, not the next episode.
Okay.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Bye.